Shout out to Greg, okay? Greg is the first person in the chat today or tonight. Yeah, in any event, I had to push the time back a little bit because my kid, I don't know what possessed this kid, but I don't even know what's going on at the school. Something's going on. They were assigned different countries in South America. And it turns out that little Zeta was supposed to take a South American dish to school tomorrow. And she was assigned Ecuador. She's telling me this as I'm picking her up sometime after 5 p.m. I'm like, I'm not even from Ecuador. How do you? Anyways, I cooked something up though. I did something. I have a friend, Isabella from Ecuador. When I send her these pictures, she's probably, she might not be on board, but I went on Google, got a recipe, and got it done. So little Zeta has an Ecuadorian dish to take to school tomorrow. All right, so let's get into this. No, we don't want funny. I'm just trying to share my screen. Hold on. Let me go back to the right screen. There we go. All right, so let's share this. Hope you guys had a great day today. My day was really, really exhausting. You guys know I can overtalk, so let me just stop right there. Okay, so we're carrying on from the bail application the bond bail application from yesterday, and obviously part of what is this? What's his name? Mr. Bumpus. Part of his plea deal. I did not watch this video, but I'm interested in watching it because when I was at work today, I watched part of Star's video regarding the bail proceeding. So we're gonna get into Star tonight. I could not keep watching it because he's a little, he was a little too loud for a little office. So I had to cut him off. But let's get into it though.
And obviously in consultation with my client,
Wait, what?
I considered fighting. And obviously in consultation with my client, we had those discussions. But I think
Brooklyn says, can you talk on what happened with the act today? What happened with him today?
For the time being,
shout out to Brooklyn though. You're here.
It's my belief that is what's best. Sometimes a change of scenery is important, and we're hopeful that a change of scenery
What's the question?
And the continued support of so many people will lead to a happy ending to this story.
You know
what was the question?
I'm not going to share that information.
Did the Alfred plea play a factor into accepting the plea in the negotiations? If that wasn't on the table, would you have been amenable?
Mike is really bad.
Another plea where he still would have been free, but not.
Well, the no contest to the gang act charges was important to us. We just sat through a trial for the last couple of years where we've been bemoaning.
Yeah, Brooklyn, I don't see any new developments here. So what are you referring to?
The fact that people have pled guilty to gang act charges when there was no indication that whatever was done was in furtherance of any gang. So I didn't want to turn around and do the same thing. So it was important that was accepted as a no contest.
Okay.
Certainly in a situation like this, and I thought ADA
I hope, is Kayla gonna talk or is she just here for moral support? I guess she does. Okay, let's watch. You guys know I'm impatient. Okay, I am impatient.
In court, time was of the essence. There was really no
big shout out to Voice of Reason, aka Real Thing.
Reason for
good to see you,
Shannon, to continue to sit at 901 Rice Street to wait for the lawyers to figure it out. So we were appreciative of the state for agreeing to that resolution and that no contest plea.
We had to talk between.
Oh, is that Tat? Is that Tatiana? Good to see you.
Obviously, get there. Yes.
Right.
If I'm a little drained tonight, is because you guys know tomorrow. Oh shoot! I was supposed to start this video off with Kanye West. There's a video surfacing of Kanye West depositions. I only remember that because I have a deposition tomorrow. So I reviewed a whole lot of medical records today. Like, if I have time on my hands, I might just become a registered nurse or something, because that I read a lot of medical records, not, cursory reading. I don't have in-depth medical knowledge. I have enough to get my job done.
Well,
Dang, they're cold. Is it cold in Atlanta? These folks are very cold back here.
well, not really the conclusion, but what the judge
They're freezing.
decided or not decided for your part.
Well, as you know, Judge McBurney.
All right, so let's go here. So, Voice of Reason says allegedly Diamante's bond was denied, but that has not been confirmed. Hopefully, it will be worked out very soon. I'll have to, and my mind is fried. I'll have to go onto the Fulton County, what is this? I need to read the judge's decision. So let's see. Ellie, you owe me information. Ellie, if you are in here, you owe me information. You owe me information. Yeah, I did not see any confirmation of that. One thing about me, you guys, as much as I, like to clown on here, one thing you'll know about me, I don't speak on things that I actually don't know. So I need confirmation from a court or something.
Made a decision to defer in making a decision based off of
what is she saying? I'm sorry, but as I've been going, I keep going back and forth. I'm still actually really highly disappointed in Kayla Bumpus' bond bail application, or whatever it is. It's whatever they call it in Georgia, just because there's a lot that could have been said. She could have made. Here's the thing, okay? When it comes to what is this? The street discussions are very different from court arguments, okay? And that's why the whole argument that had he not been, detained, these charges would not have come about. That's a stupid argument if you ask me. But it's a lazy argument, and it's not a legal argument. So there's a lot that could have been said as far as whether whether he's a flight risk, whether he's a danger to the community or not. And I'm just disappointed that she didn't get into that. Anybody that has watched my previous lives know that I am big on case law. So it's one of those things. Regardless of the case, you just can never be sure. You just in the criminal law realm, when you enter a courtroom and you're defending somebody, you cannot go in there thinking that things are going to go your way, because most of the time that is not the case. Most of the time, usually the house always wins, okay, or mostly wins. And in this case, the house is usually the prosecution. So anyways, let me play this thing, because you guys know I can ramble on. And tonight we're gonna have to cut the night short, because I don't know, they have big dogs. Because I went and I looked up this attorney. I'd looked him up before, the defense attorney on this case, and I had kind of, I don't know, maybe that's how they do it. I'm thinking. I don't know why they would send a partner to depose. It's $100,000 case. Like, that's a policy. I don't know why they would send a partner. I don't know if nobody else can handle it out there, but I need to be sharp tomorrow. So yeah.
Decided or not decided for your part.
You need a microphone.
Well, as you know, Judge McBurney made a decision to defer in making a decision based off of a potential probation warrant. I don't think the state knew about it or the judge knew about it, and I definitely.
Black Jesus. Let's go back. What? Let's listen to this again. Where are my captions? Am I getting this right?
Making a decision based off of a.
Hold on.
Well, as you know, Judge McBurney made a decision to defer in making a decision based off of a potential probation warrant. I don't think the state knew about it or the judge knew about it, and I definitely did not know about it.
It is your goddamn client. How do you not know about an outstanding warrant? How do you get? Listen. I personally, I like Kayla, but it's not about liking or disliking somebody, okay? When it comes to how I am, when I was telling you guys last night that I've never seen a case where they don't have a rap sheet. Where one of my jurisdictions, we used to call it a NICES. I don't know what it's called in Georgia. I have never seen this. Again, this is Fulton County, so I've not seen a lot of things. I have never seen a case where. Okay, let me finish one thought, but I'm really disappointed because first and foremost, this is the defendant's motion. You are the one that asked, okay? You asked for bond. So if you asked for bond, why are you not prepared for your own hearing? How could you possibly get on how do you get on what is this TV or an interview or whatever and say that you did not know about bond? How don't you know about it? To me that doesn't make sense, and that's why we're gonna have to get into Star today, because I mentioned that last night, and when I tuned into Star, I don't know where in his live I tuned in somewhere, and Star has obviously Star's not a lawyer, but he does have contacts with he's had some context with the criminal justice system, and the way he told it, apparently in his experience, the folks that have represented him, and this is in Fulton County, they have always had rap sheets. I have never gone to court, okay, and never had a rap sheet on somebody that I'm representing. And if you're going there for a bail application, it's your application. You made the application. Why don't you know the status of what is this? The status of your client. To me, this just doesn't make sense.
I don't.
This is part of the reason why, honestly, when there's ongoing litigation, this is not litigation, but when there's ongoing court proceedings, I personally think, in my opinion, it's best for attorneys to stay off the camera. The only time where I could probably excuse it is if you're trying to, if you're trying to indirectly speak to the jury pool. Other than that, it makes no sense.
I think the state knew about it or the judge knew about it.
The state doesn't have to know about it. It is your application. It is your application.
About it, and I definitely did not know about it. So it was something that.
Why did you not? Why did you not know about it? Why don't you know the status of your client? That makes zero sense.
Surprise to all of us, and something that is still being confirmed.
Oh, so you didn't know going in that there was a warrant, because you have been obviously prepared for that.
Judge McBurney said from the bench that he was told from probation about the warrant. The state did not know about.
Listen, I've been a prosecutor, I've been a public defender. Every time that I've gone to court with somebody that was on probation or is currently on probation, you talk to the probation officer. Why are you going to court unprepared? To me, it just doesn't make sense.
Warrant. Well, it's my understanding they did not.
Why? I need to go back. Like this. Okay, it's obviously this is not even the same trial anymore. But Fulton County is a frustrating place.
Well, then there was a warrant, because you have been obviously prepared for that.
Judge McBurney said from the bench.
What did the reporter say? Because you did what?
Something that is still being confirmed.
Oh, so you didn't know going in there was a warrant.
Girl, you're supposed to be on. After you got out of court, you shouldn't be in front of the cameras. You should have been out there talking to probation, trying to figure out what's going on.
Because you have been obviously prepared for that.
Judge McBurney said from the bench that he was told from probation about the warrant. The state did not know about the warrant. Well, it's
The state doesn't. It doesn't matter if they knew or not. It's your client. It's your application.
Standing, they did not, and the judge did not know about the.
Okay, but where you're supposed to be talking about your work, what you're supposed to be doing.
Warrant either.
So what's that like? What do you do next? You just gotta sort that out.
And here's the thing: it's not even just about the judge not knowing about it. Okay, let's say the proceedings went about the way that they like yesterday's proceedings. Let me be clear. Let me be cogent. Yesterday's court proceedings. Let's hypothesize that Judge McBurney went ahead and decided to give Kendrick $20,000 bond, which is what they were asking for. Okay, when this man goes back to Rice Street or wherever it is, wherever he's being held, okay, before he's released, they're going to basically go into the system, make sure there are no holds. If there are holds, he's not going to leave. So I don't know. This is frustrating. What's up, Jerome? Where have you been? This is not a good look. This is not a good look. And I know that most folks, obviously, that follow have been following, these defendants and the whole YSL trial are people that are, supporters of the defendants, which is fine. But here's the thing. Here's the reality. Because most folks have aligned with the defendants, they tend to overlook a lot of the missteps from the attorneys. In this case, though, Kayla's conduct is not excusable. That's not how I don't know. I mean, they did say she's a bail queen or a bond queen or whatever. I don't know enough. I'm not going to discredit that record or the moniker based off of this one bond application, but I'm very disappointed in what I'm seeing here. Okay, I'm disappointed because this is not. I'm trying to see, because I'm trying to figure out if I've ever seen, again, I don't know that I've seen anybody in the jurisdictions that I've practiced. Okay, I do not know that I've seen a public defender unprepared, at least to this scale. I've not seen it. I just have not seen it. So I'm very disappointed.
How long has he been in jail now?
And here's the thing. One thing about me, I don't appreciate people that are not accountable for their actions. So based on what I've listened to, what Kayla has said here is basically she's shifting blame. The prosecutor did not know about it. The judge did not know about it. It doesn't matter. This is your client and this was your hearing. So yeah, I don't know. These folks are going to give me high blood pressure.
Since the beginning of 2022?
Since March 17th.
What's the question? I don't know.
He's been in jail
And
continuously.
what's the total, I guess the amount of probation is?
So from the case that we just tried, we did not challenge the possession of a firearm from March 17th. So the jury found guilt on that one count. He was sentenced to 10 years to serve 3.
Okay.
Commuted to the time.
I watched a bit of Sylvia. I watched a bit of Sylvia this morning, so we might play a little bit of Sylvia this morning. I'm just thinking.
So he had 7 years of probation going into today already. The sentence is 15 to serve 15 to serve 3, commuted to time served, balance probated concurrent with that. So essentially today.
And I have no dog in this fight. That's why I can be critical as I want to be, because I'm not really aligned with anybody. I just watch for the law.
He's gone from 7 years of probation to 12 years of probation.
So given all the cases, basically it's 12
All
years
right.
of probation
Yes.
that he's now dealing with.
Correct.
So Jerome says I'm always going to say real thing. I know, right? It's a little tricky, but yeah. I lost,
12 charges.
lost the chat, you guys.
On the other plea they took with Judge Whittaker,
He had 7 years
I need
probation,
to go back.
and now this
Uh,
is 12 years, but it's running
I
concurrent.
lost the chat.
I noticed attorney.
Hola. All right. Okay, so Voice of Reason, aka Real Thing, says, did you watch any of WTF Wednesday Christmas show tonight? I watched a little bit of it. I really couldn't get into it because there were just people I've never seen, and I'm picky. So yeah, there were a lot of people, and I don't know if you're here from the beginning, but my kid was given an assignment to create like, I don't know, they're kind of too young. I don't let my daughter cook, but anyways, they got some assignment for tomorrow where they were supposed to take a dish like a Southern American dish. She was assigned Ecuador, so I was cooking up something. I was whipping some stuff up, baby, and I was talking to my man too. So yeah, all right, let's play. Hold on. So Brooklyn says, did he take a deal? What had he took a deal? He would have been out. The state is embarrassed of the not guilty verdict. I don't. Here's the thing. I have not even just that I am a licensed attorney. Okay, I do have integrity, so I cannot go with as far as Fulton County. Obviously they mishandled the YSL trial, and not just that, they definitely overcharged, which I don't agree with. And I think Manhattan County, Alvin Bragg is overcharging in this Luigi Mangione. I still cannot figure out if it's Mangione or Mangione. Some folks say Mangione, other people say Mangione. I guess one of his lawyer, Karen, might eventually tell us how to pronounce his name. But I also think that Alvin Bragg is overcharging in this case with the terrorism count. But that said, folks are not, how do I explain this? I am not going to get on the bandwagon of accusing the prosecution of engaging in conduct that I don't what is this? You guys do say a lot of stuff that I don't agree with. Let's put it right there. Let's put it right there. So I don't think that a prosecution's office, let's just leave it there. Let's leave it there. Let's vote. Wasn't Jay,
The thing about Shannon
doing.
that
When you say they said, who are you referring to? Voice of Reason.
I love about Shannon.
And again, for me, I don't get into the street gossip stuff without knowing facts, because I like gossip, but I like good gossip. I like good gossip. I don't like, yeah. I don't talk about things that could potentially get me into trouble, and I don't like talking about things I know nothing about.
Is he cares deeply about people.
What's Brooklyn talking about?
I think that this
Brooklyn, what do you mean by Kayla being 100% innocent? I'm gonna put this link in here. You come in here, because Brooklyn, if you really are an attorney, okay, as much as you've not practiced criminal law, I'm getting concerned by some of the stuff that you're saying.
This whole process, and probably certainly at the age he is now, where he's more reflective.
All right, Jerome, I only have, dang, I really need to stop pausing. I don't know, I only have probably 40 minutes, and then I need to prep. That's a difference. I prepped already, but I need to get my mind right.
He's realized how much certain people mean to him in his life.
Brooklyn says there was no warrant yesterday, and a warrant is not just going to appear out of thin air.
It's just a matter of, we talk often, and I'm not going to share too much, but
FFS is not here. What I recall from Flesh of the Gods channel last night was that FFS was catching a flight to someplace, I don't know where.
We talk about life, and I think he's beginning to realize what's really important in life,
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for legal documents. I don't want to be a gossipy person.
And
I am gossipy, but but I do good gossip.
I've encouraged all
Uh,
those people
what notepad?
also to make sure they continue to be there for him. Um,
Allie, all right.
and he just, sometimes I think we get so used to trying to survive on our own.
Okay, Greg, I need you to elaborate. I always want somebody to elaborate. So, Greg says after Woody fired her, she should have kept away from these proceedings. Why do you feel that way?
And we forget that there's people there to support us, and
Let's see,
sometimes we need to lean
Jerome.
on those people. And that's what I'm hoping he will do,
Uh,
because I know there are many good people that are going to be there for him.
We expect him to
Jerome FFS is not here. So, I mean, I have a lot of bass in my voice. I think that should come for something.
obviously touch the grass.
Um, so we've already been in contact with the sheriff.
Do you want to turn your
Department.
video
Paperwork
off?
needs to go to the clerk of court. Then the clerk of court needs to fax it to 901 Rice Street.
Jerome, I think you're here. I'm not sure. Are you here or are you not here? I don't know. I guess you'll eventually talk. But all right, wait, I was reading something. I got distracted.
And they need to look it over. But I'm anticipating he will be released later on today.
Yeah, Jerome, I stand corrected. I for sure thought I was ready to down that hill. I for sure thought that Brooklyn was, a woman, but he corrected me. He sent me an email, and I was not gonna say anything about it until he confirmed it himself, which he did. So
And if he's not, then when I wake up tomorrow, that's going to be first on my agenda, is to figure out what's going on.
Does anyone from his family?
yeah, voice of reason. I'm sure it was. Some of these things I rewatch. Tomorrow's a busy day. I'm not gonna be able to do that. Yeah, but I mean, there were just too many unfamiliar people, so I left it at that. What's up, Jerome?
What's up, guys? My G's.
What's going on?
Yeah, just pop in because I was watching y'all. I was the replay. Well, a shout out to the replay.
Big shout out to the
You
replay.
know how we did. But the replay and Sarah was the same.
Oh, shout out
Like,
to Sarah, by the way.
yeah, we did it the same night, and that was
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Cause,
Oh, okay.
but I'm not gonna talk too much. But what was you saying about you getting off early and all that stuff? That's what I was talking.
I've been prepping you since last week. I have a deposition tomorrow, so
Oh, you did say that for
yeah,
Thursday.
I have
You
a
did say that.
deposition tomorrow.
I do remember you saying that 10:30 was your cutoff. You did say that.
Did I say 10:30? I don't know
You
about that.
did. You did. You did.
No, I
You
can do
said
10:30. That's not
you
a problem.
said only because I think you did that for Allie because she's on the other time. And I don't know how much people is on the other time zone,
Yeah, yeah.
And when you start early, I'll be like, yo. So on the other side, I don't know how they can deal with that.
Yeah,
They have no choice but to watch the replay. But it's
yeah.
always good live. You know what I mean?
Right.
And once you get monetized,
Well, thank you for the support.
then I'll show you a mad support. I'll show you that.
You're funny. You're
I'm
funny.
serious.
All right.
I
Thank you,
support
Drew.
everybody. All right. Let me show you.
Drew. Yeah, no, but what is this? Definitely okay. So Jerome pushed it to 10:30. So we're gonna do
Thank you.
10:30.
Thank
After
you.
that, I'm gonna set my alarm right now. I'm
That's
gonna
an
set my
hour.
alarm right now. I'm gonna give you a countdown.
Word.
So yeah, let me set
Get
my
real
alarm right
thing in
now.
here. Everybody, real quick. We can have everybody have one question or something.
What?
I don't know. Everybody that's watching. We should
Oh.
all come in here. JT, everybody.
Yeah.
FFS, I know FFS gotta be watching because he's
Nah,
like me.
FFS was on a flight to somewhere. I
Oh,
don't know where, but
okay.
yeah, that's what I remember. So yeah,
Okay.
in any event, I have a deposition tomorrow. And then last minute, I should not have done that, but I looked up the opposing attorney, and I see they're sending a partner. And this is a huge law firm, okay? It's not one of those It's not one of those solo practitioners or firms with, 2 or 3 people. This firm is huge. It's close to, in size, it's probably close to Morgan and Morgan for the people, but it's a huge firm. But I'm like, why are they sending a partner to a deposition for, I don't know, maybe that just, to me, that signals that they don't want to pay. So I need to be on my P's and Q's. So, all right, let's get in here. Let's get in here. Okay, so Kimberly Johnson says Kayla did a not so good job handling the bond hearing for Kendrick. I'm not going to read the rest of that, but
I would say no. I thought the same thing until I thought about it,
okay, give me your thoughts.
because I agree, because I watched your live that she wasn't really prepared, because she should have been ahead of the sheriff's office, because when I go for child support back in the day, when you go in that courthouse,
Yeah,
they when your name was on that list, they done already ran you.
right. Because to me, the way that these proceedings work, the judge is not going to have, there's a system, okay? There's a system. The judge is not going to create a warrant, okay? That's just a
No.
fact. The judge is not going to create a warrant. So they should have checked if somebody's on probation, they have a probation officer. Talk to the probation officer.
Yeah.
Figure
But
out what's going on.
so can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Because I actually, that was one of the questions that I asked you on the live, but we ain't gonna go there, because probation, they are really freaking sneaky, because they'll actually do. I think that's what it was. It was that they were sitting back when they could have put all of that in one, but they chose to see how it was gonna go, and then be like, oh, we're gonna get them on the back end. And I don't know why they chose that yak to for that why him? Why did they have to do that to him? Why?
Jerome, unfortunately, I'm going to have a different opinion on that.
All right.
Just because I work, I mean, I don't work in courts right now because I do the litigation. But if a warrant exists, a warrant exists. Okay.
Well,
So
I
it's
think
not
they
just
created. I think they created it because they took. See, that's enhancement. When he got in trouble in the jail, so when you get a new charge, then the probation people gonna come in and be like, "Yeah, we got him, and we're gonna put that on the back, and let's see what's gonna happen up front first."
I'm going to have to see the paperwork, but that's not how it works. They cannot just create a violation. Okay.
Have you ever heard of a federal and a state? I saw that today.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, it works like that?
Yeah. I mean, Jerome, we were up here. I don't know how good your memory is or how far it goes, but we were up here. It's around the time that you guys really started supporting me. Okay. So we're going back probably 3 weeks, maybe 4. Okay.
That's it.
Because I stopped. I was not on YouTube for over a year. I only came back.
Allie is gonna correct that. Allie and JT is
Yeah,
gonna correct that.
FFS. If FFS was here, he'd have the
Yeah,
date
he's
and
gonna
time
correct
stamp.
that. Yeah.
So
You're
yeah,
wrong on that.
no, but I'm pretty sure it's probably been maybe over a month. But we had a discussion where we're talking about the sovereignty of the different states and the federal government. And I'm just going to give you an example of a case that I talked about. It was a woman that came from a different state with a firearm. And then she came to this state. She ended up, shooting. Luckily, the man did not die, but she shot a firearms instructor. Okay. And then my current jurisdiction, they dropped the charges, and those charges were picked up by the federal government, and she's serving time. So a dual jurisdiction or dual, what is this? Every individual state is a sovereign, so treat it like a country of its own. And that applies to the federal government as well. So if you go across state lines, purchasing firearms and going to another state and, committing some type of crime out there, definitely all those states can charge you, and the federal government can do that as well. So yeah. Yep. So they're not creating law because they're after, these defendants. A lot of what you're seeing is, in fact, how things work in practice. But obviously, this case is under a microscope. So people are being
Yeah.
introduced to, procedures that have always existed that they
Right. This
actually
is
probably,
definitely this is definitely different. This is going to be a blueprint
right.
because this is like if you was from who buffer who up because we working on the curses because I notice you be cursing more than anybody. Don't
I
nobody say
stopped though. I mean, I just cussed a little.
but if you were in a small, I mean, dang, that this should be a wake up call for everybody, especially like somebody like me. That's why I got glued to it because it was like actually like I want to be a a freaking lawyer now, just because
You're
because it's
funny.
like because it's like common sense make common sense, and it's like you going against the system. It's like you fighting the system.
Yeah.
And I'm an advocate for my friends, but now I think I could be an advocate for everybody. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Esquire Jerome Street. Okay. When you get sworn in, listen. When you get sworn in, you need to invite me. Okay. I'm gonna
Nah,
be out there.
that was just jokes. This is
I'm
your
gonna be
field.
out there.
I
I'm
do.
joking too, Jerome. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it's
know.
not
Yeah,
okay.
everybody understands what because everybody learned something on this case, and it was like that's what made us mad because they're like, how they get away with that? They still
Yeah.
getting away with stuff, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
damn, they put it right in your face. They ain't even behind their hands, y'all.
Right. Kimberly, I have another question for you, okay? I just want you to elaborate this. What are these called? Are they called chats? Are they called messages? Are they called texts? Like, okay, the text that we have in front of us here. When you say Kayla did a not so good job handling the bond hearing for Kendrick, she's so unprofessional. Because that's the part I was not going to read. I want you to, tell me, why do you think she was unprofessional? Okay. All right. And let's go back to Kimberly. Why would an attorney what two or do a simple background check ahead of any bond hearing through an investigator or their payroll? I know what you mean, but I kind of understand what you're saying, but that's not the text before me. Okay, you have another message. Never mind. Let's move on. So she said, wouldn't an attorney have their investigator do a background check ahead of a bond hearing every time?
Right. Can I say one thing? Can I
Mm-hmm.
say one thing on Kayla's? You remember when we was watching it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
everything was good. And then all of a sudden, one of the deputies sent him something and said that he had a hole because he was about to go and rock and roll. And all of a sudden, he was like, oh, it was like he got it live while he was on the bench.
What do
That
you mean he
is
was about to rock and
suspect
roll?
because he was about to go.
Go
He was
where?
about he because he has to revisit the bond because he got a hold. He got a warrant. He
No,
was about to do it, and he said one of his deputies, and he was like, "Oh, he's got a warrant." He had to read it one time, two times.
I
Did
think
you watch it?
I would say that's a premature
That's
statement.
before
And let me tell
SO
you, the
SO
reason why I'm saying
before court. I've been to court. You could be in front of the judge,
you
go
are
through that
in,
whole
you
thing,
are,
and you think you're leaving. They already know you have a warrant already.
weren't
They
you in
don't. They
court?
don't talk about the warrant until they're done.
Weren't you in court? Never mind. Let's not talk about your personal business. But let me put it this way.
It's passed.
Why I'm saying that your why I'm saying that your statement was premature was because the prosecutor did not make their argument yet. Okay, so I think it's premature to assume that the judge was going to side with Kayla without knowing what the prosecution was going to say. And I mean, the prosecutor, I mean, this was really not his motion, but a lot of the information um, that he presented to the court was concerning. Okay, it was concerning. I know Jasmine got up here yesterday and she was talking about, oh, but their conviction is from 10 years ago. It doesn't matter. And that's why if you listen carefully, even to the person that took a plea, who's this? Not, I was going to talk about Miles, but let's talk about even SB because we watched that yesterday. SB, as he was about to enter the plea, right? The prosecutor basically, go back. You're going to hear the words collateral consequences. Okay, it's important to know when you enter into these guilty pleas, that conviction is going to follow you as long as the record is not expunged. Okay, and I think that we need to extend again whenever we come up here and make arguments, we have to apply the same arguments to other cases. So for folks that are arguing, for folks that are minimizing the gravity of, his previous conduct, the gravity of his previous conviction, right? Ask yourself, especially for folks that are against, what is this? What is this? Hold on, let me get my thoughts together because I'm just what I'm basing this statement on is on discussions that we've had on this channel. If we take a look at somebody conversations going back, I think 2 or 3 weekends ago, if we look at, for example, R. Kelly, right? Jasmine she obviously has very strong feelings about R. Kelly, right? Considering that this man committed he engaged in improper conduct with minors decades ago. So with the same argument in trying to minimize his conduct, would you make the same argument by saying that, oh, it's trivial because this occurred 20, 30 years ago? If you look at somebody such as, I don't know, a Charles Manson, or if you look at a serial killer, for example, would you have the same sympathy for them in arguing, for example, their release by saying, oh, but this person engaged in this conduct a long time ago, so they should be allowed to go? And that's what I'm saying. There are consequences for plea dealing. That's why I personally don't like plea dealing. But whether you're convicted by a plea dealing or whether you're convicted because a jury found you guilty, there are consequences to that. And when you get caught up, your argument cannot be this was a long time ago, because it's a criminal record and it still stands. So, all right, let's move on. Okay, but to answer Kimberly's question though, Kimberly wanted to know, wouldn't an attorney have the investigator do a background check ahead of a bond hearing every time? So I'm going to explain that twofold. Okay, there are different circumstances under which an individual, because I wanted to talk about just appearing on a warrant. I think let's start there. So there are a lot of circumstances where somebody gets arrested on a warrant. So somebody, a defendant, there's a warrant outstanding. I guess they get caught in a shopping mall or I don't know, maybe a McDonald's. They get arrested, they get taken to jail, and then depending on the way it works in the court system, they end up before a judge, whether it's in person or on one of these Zoom camera things, right? Okay. So under those circumstances, okay, we have Kimberly here. Hey, Kim.
Hey.
What's up?
Thank you for allowing me to discourse. I'll respectfully listen.
Okay.
You talk. I hear Cam.
Well, thanks for coming up here. So let me answer your question. So again, I'm trying to divide the different stages, okay? The first stage I'm starting off with is somebody that, was arrested on a warrant. The person is brought to court. Under those circumstances, whether they're defended by a private defense attorney, it's usually going to be a public defender, right? Under those circumstances, the public defender will have to explain to the court why this person should be allowed to go, considering that they were just arrested on, or on a warrant. So under those circumstances, typically what a public defender or defense attorney would do is rely on a rap sheet. that's information that the arresting officer is going to bring to the courthouse. And most of these courthouses, I mean, most things are digital now. A lot of attorneys are part of the court system and they have access to certain information. Because I believe, Fulton County actually uses Odyssey. Okay. Fulton County uses Odyssey, which is what we use in my jurisdiction as well. And when you go on Odyssey, you're able to get a lot of the information that relates to that, to a criminal defendant in there. You can find out about warrants. You can find out when it was issued, if it's still active or not active. You can find out literally anything and everything about a defendant. So usually under those circumstances, that's what you do. As far as the bond hearing circumstances surrounding Kendrick, though, because obviously he's being held in jail. Under those circumstances, two things happen. Private attorneys, which is what Kayla is, usually don't have investigators. They might hire an investigator for a trial, but they typically do not have investigators. A lot of public defenders' offices do have investigators. But even under those circumstances, you're not going to an investigator because they cannot give you information they don't have. Under these circumstances, Kayla should have talked to a client. I'd like to assume that she talked to a client, but they should have gone in depth. There are a lot of things. Again, I have never seen anybody make a bail application and not tell the court where the defendant is going to reside. I've never seen it. Okay,
Never seen it.
Yeah,
That was awful.
Right, that was strange to me. I have never seen that. So, also in terms of where they're going to work, that should have been very clear. But what Kayla should have done under these circumstances, again, if she talked to her client, she should have reached out to the probation department. Because if the judge got this information from the probation department, Kayla would have the same access to, the probation officer. But I personally, not to criticize her harshly, but that's not how you do a bond hearing, especially if you're the one that requested it.
I appreciate your professional opinion, and you're like the first person who's had that clarity, and I share that clarity with you, and I thank you for allowing me to come up, because it seemed very elementary. He had an altercation that resulted in stitches.
Right.
It would have been a phone call to Rice Street or the probation department. Has he been charged? Have charges come out of any conflicts in
Right.
Rice Street? Her husband has been stabbed twice.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lawsuit against Rice Street Jail.
Right.
She didn't communicate. And what about her inserting herself? Did you notice that? She kept saying, I feel.
Oh, is this the interview with Shardt?
No, this is in front of the judge. I feel, I believe.
Right. And that's why, are you referring to the bond hearing? Are we still on the bond hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So to me, that's what I was saying. There's a distinction between, because if I'm just going back to my live yesterday, the first time, I do pause a lot, but I had taken issue with Kayla saying that her client picked up charges. Okay. That's a big no-no, because in her capacity, she is representing somebody that's basically, cloaked in the presumption of innocence.
Of innocence.
So I did not like that language. But as far as I just don't feel, what is this? It was not an argument. There's a difference between making an argument in front of a judge and talking to, folks on YouTube as I'm doing right now. So I don't, in my opinion, she did not present in the manner that I would have expected of somebody that, it has the moniker of what they call it, the bond queen or whatever. So yeah, she should have gone up there with legal arguments. The argument that he was recently acquitted and they possibly have a target on his back or whatever it is she was saying, sure, it could be compelling to, lay folks, but in front of a judge, that is not a compelling argument. So she should have shown up with case law. She should have done more than what she did. But that's just my opinion.
And
So
what do you think about her not humanizing his mom? His mom, she's been there every day. She has a space for him. They've
Right.
rented a space. They're signing a lease, Your Honor, with your approval. She didn't humanize him. Doug Weinstein talks about this man being smart enough to go to law school.
okay.
And she, Kayla, did not humanize him. I don't know if he has children. I don't know if he mentors other artists. I don't know if he's going to take the first job he
Right.
can get with the help of his probation department. Your Honor, he'll take the first job. He won't be at a studio.
Yeah. Kim, are you an attorney? I have a question. You don't have to answer, by the way.
I am not an attorney.
Okay.
I've wanted to go, but for the debt.
Oh, right. I'm swimming in it right now. So I'm swimming in it right now.
Oh my
So,
God, God bless you.
yeah, but I'm like,
I'm so
whatever.
afraid of the debt, but I have a bachelor's in
Okay.
journalism.
Yeah.
But that's my background, and there was nothing between me and the gavel to gavel coverage of OJ
Okay.
and this case. These are the only two.
Yeah.
Wow.
But again, for me, Kayla did not do a good job. My perspective,
Nice.
here's the thing. My perspective will always be different from other folks that cover this. And I hope I hope I'm able to hold myself to this standard, but it's going to be for a few reasons. The first reason is that my channel is not monetized. Okay. I think that when somebody has a monetized channel, you have to have a different approach in how you title your videos in terms of the narrative that you're pushing, because you obviously want to make a coin. Okay. So that's why I have a different perspective. But the other reason is also obviously because I'm faceless, right? So I get to say
You
whatever
can stay
it
that
is.
way.
Yeah, I am gonna stay this way because I'd like to come up here and say whatever it is I want to say,
Good.
right? But here's the other thing. I also, again, I practice and I'm really passionate about the defense of criminal defendants. Okay, but honestly, Kayla should have done a better job in representing what's his name again, Kendrick, because we knew absolutely nothing about him. And you said that did you say that she did not humanize him? Is that the
She
word?
did not humanize him.
Okay. So I probably would not use that word. And again, Doug's role was very different
Break
from
that down. Break that down.
what
The
what do you humanization.
Yeah.
Right.
What? Break that down. What does that mean?
So basically, if I understand Kimberly right, is to basically make Kendrick relatable in order for the judge to buy into what Kayla was selling, which in this case is to give him bond and get him released.
With the hold, is that what y'all saying?
Right.
With the hold.
Right.
All right.
So
now it makes sense. Thank you.
But Doug's role was definitely different from Kayla's role, because Doug wanted an acquittal, right? So he had a theme going. As far as what Kayla should have done better, again, I understand what you're saying. I just would not use the word humanizing, but we knew from the time she started talking about, her client to the very end, we knew absolutely nothing about him. Nothing about him.
Nothing.
So, yeah. In this case, again, focus on where he is going to live. Focus on, his history. Tell us something, because I was under the impression, because I'm just going by memory, okay? And what I remembered from the actual trial was that Doug emphasized that this man came from Miami to Georgia for football or something, right? And seeing as that I'm not from Fulton County, I had no idea that his family actually lives there. okay, that his family lives in Fulton County. So that's information that should have been before the court, telling the court that, he's lived in the county for XY number of years, okay?
Right.
He has strong ties here. If he has children, talk about his minor children that he's, devoted to or whatever. If his family is in fact from Fulton County and this man was only born in Miami, then you tell the court that his mom works XYZ. She's been in the county. She's been a support system. Because here's the problem: the YSL trial, as far as Kendrick and Jeffrey and the other defendants, has come and gone. That can no longer be the anchor for whatever cases they have in the future.
Good point.
So that's what I didn't like about the bond hearing. The focus was on his acquittal. He's acquitted. It's done. Let's focus on the current charges in order to figure out how to move forward. So to me, that's what was missing. It was more of it was like talking to some, I don't know, some. It really did not seem like a real court proceeding. So that's what I did not like about it.
Have you gotten to see Kayla in her element?
No, I've only one random day I was watching Judge McBurney because I really like his courtroom, and he called Kayla's name. It had something to do with one of her something to do with bond. I don't think that person was released either, but it was very it was a limited view because the whole thing was like 5 minutes or something along those lines. So yeah.
What would and I want your opinion as a professional woman in the legal field. Kayla's quoted as saying, "I wear a bikini on my Instagram, but when I go to the courthouse, I want them to see me differently."
Okay.
Do you think it works both ways?
No.
I concur.
Yeah, no, there's no.
She seemed more like a friend of Kendrick,
okay,
than a legal advocate yesterday.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I mean, here's my thing. There are a number of ways. There are a million ways of practicing law, okay? But the one thing that I'm always going to, that's a hill I'm willing to die on. When it comes to criminal cases, when it comes to the liberty of an individual, I think that you need to go to bat to your client. And I don't know if Greg expanded down below, but Greg made the point that once Woody fired her, she should have pretty much divorced herself from the rest of this case. And I'm even going to take this further because I believe it was last week when it came out that Max Shardt and Kayla Bumpus were going to team up on SB's case. I said she should not do it. Let Max
Why not?
do his. No.
That's like Wu-Tang. Keep the money all up in the family.
No. Because if she, I mean, not even if, because now we know that she's married to the man. Their interests are just different. Money in the family. Their interests are different, and your judgment will be clouded. Okay, your judgment will be clouded. So I would not even know that I would take on a case to represent somebody that I'm related to. I'd rather have them go to a neutral party. So but yeah,
it's true in the medical profession.
Right.
You don't operate on your own spouse or child.
Right. Yeah. There are boundaries. I think there should be boundaries in order to,
I see you, Tad.
Get the job done.
How does Kendrick, one last question. How does Kendrick pivot and win a bond? How does he get himself out of this corner?
In the bond thing?
In this case, it's really going to come down. It's going to come down to two things. One, showing, because again, with that warrant, we need more information to find out the circumstances surrounding the warrant. Okay.
Exactly.
Another YouTuber said he checked Odyssey and it wasn't there.
Word. Well, I don't know how true. People were
Well,
saying
I don't know. What's the
how the
YouTube?
hell a
Just
lawyer
can you
ain't
say
gonna
the
know that
name
shit.
on here? I don't know how YouTube works.
The judge was
He's a
the
real
judge was
popular one.
surprised.
Seti Nash, C Charlie, E Edward, D
He
D
did what?
Y.
Oh, we
He did
watching
what?
SETI. We watching SETI.
Yeah, Seti Nash
I'm
checked.
about to drop. Well, all right.
No.
I'm gonna
Okay,
watch it. I'm gonna
now
watch it.
listen. Did he say that he personally went onto Odyssey?
Yes.
No, that's not how Odyssey works. Listen,
No.
there's a public portal. Okay,
What?
there's a public portal that anybody in the public can pretty much enter information, and the system will spit out some information. But there are levels to it.
Okay.
What the attorneys have access to is more secure and more reliable and has more information than what the general public has access to. So
Okay.
no.
And Kayla can access Odyssey.
Correct. All attorneys in
Tell
that.
everything. You didn't tell the whole. There's more processes to that.
What's that?
Don't you have to like prove yourself? Because
No, you have an account, or when you're an
No,
attorney, you
well,
have
public.
an
It's
account.
like Yeah, right. Because public records is one thing, but if you're an attorney, that's a different thing. Am I wrong?
Right. And it's not even that. Like, there are certain, even though I have Odyssey in my jurisdiction, even though I'm an attorney, I don't have access to all the cases, because there's certain documents that are sealed. But if I'm the attorney of record, obviously I have access to that specific case.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the public, can you imagine if the general public had information to everybody's, like had access to everybody's information? So no.
They're about to do it now.
I don't know, maybe with AI. But as far as the SETI person, I'm pretty sure he went on there and did not see anything, because there's certain information that the general public cannot access.
Okay, that makes sense.
So,
and final question, and I'll let you guys. I'll listen.
Nah, you gotta stay
you're
here,
fine.
Kim. Kim, you good. You the coast. Don't go nowhere.
Thank you, Jerome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. If he was in custody, why didn't they serve him or his attorney with these warrants?
And that's pretty much part of the attorney's role. Okay, like if I'm going to trial, I would like to make sure that there are no other holds, which I believe is what they were trying to do. I believe that those were the last final things that they were trying to iron out after the YSL trial ended, right? So on that one, I guess I'll just be speculating. I'll just be speculating on that one. So, but to answer, I realized I did not answer. Hey, Jasmine, I realized I did not answer one of your questions, because your question was under these circumstances. Jasmine, I'm gonna mute you. So your question was, how does who's this? How does Kendrick get to go home or whatever? So
Yeah.
it's going to hinge on two things. The one is, again, this is going to be work that his attorney has to do. They have to prove that he is not a flight risk, and that's getting to the bottom of the warrant. Okay, because part of this interview that we saw here, or the press conference, I did not like the fact that there's information that there's a warrant there and you're in front of the cameras, as opposed to trying to get to the bottom of it.
Can I clarify something real quick?
No.
Oh,
I'm finish
shit.
talking,
Okay.
Jasmine.
Oh, wait.
Hold on.
We're working on the cursing.
And the other thing that they would have to get to the bottom of is they'd have to show that he is not a danger to the community.
The warrant did not get filed till today.
Uh-oh.
So everybody
How
who
was
think
it
they
not
know what
filed?
they're talking about, they don't know what they're talking about. The
How was it
warrant
not
did not
filed?
get filed until today.
Crooked shit.
What's your evidence,
How was it
Jasmine?
not filed until today if the judge
To
had
say,
that information?
because the probation officer can do that. The probation
Yeah,
officer
the
can
probation
tell
got
the judge that
but it was
Let me
never
shut the fuck up.
filed until today. So
I'm
people
mad
need to
at them
speak
niggas
on
still
facts
The
instead of
argument
just
was still not
on
good.
assuming.
probation.
The to me the argument was still not compelling. So
I
that does
mean,
not
everybody is not going to
push my
argue something the
statement.
same way that you argue it.
No,
But
and that's
everybody, ain't
fair.
nobody gonna sit up here and say Kayla failed to do this and Kayla failed to do that
That
because
is
y'all don't know
fair.
what the hell
That,
y'all talking about.
that's
But
what
the
I keep
No,
law,
I'm
saying
not talking
that
about you because you're a
no,
lawyer.
listen, Jasmine, that's what I keep saying.
You
There
are a
are a
lawyer.
million ways. There are a million ways of practicing law. I'll always stick to that. But
And
there are a
it's
lot of
different in
things,
every state.
but there are a lot of, no, that's actually not true. We
That
all
is
go by
very
federal
true.
law. No, no, no,
That is
no. That's
very
not,
true.
no, I'm not even,
Jasmine,
no,
it's called the code of law.
Are
exactly.
you a lawyer?
No,
Oh,
Jasmine, you're not going to talk to Kimberly like that,
I
please.
mean, I'm just asking,
Let's
is she a
keep
lawyer?
decorum. Let's keep decorum here.
Yeah,
Okay,
Um,
let
well,
everybody talk.
keep
Let's
it
all
cute
talk.
on
Let's
Kayla.
talk. Let's talk.
If you ain't a lawyer, don't speak on it.
Jasmine, respectfully, the judge told her what we were just
The
telling.
judge told her what he had just heard.
No, the judge said, I
The
need to know.
judge told her what he had just heard.
The judge said, I need to know where he's going,
exactly.
who he's
Okay.
going to be
He
around.
asks basic questions that judges ask.
No,
Okay.
that is standard. That is
That's
That is
standard.
not
it's
standard in
that is standard.
Georgia.
That's very,
Jasmine, as
I have went to
somebody
a
that
many
is
of court cases
no, no, no,
where a
no,
person where
no.
the lawyer
Jasmine,
did not exactly say, the judge asked them the question and they
because
answered
she
it.
failed to address it. That's why. Had she covered it, the judge would not have a reason to
Every
ask
lawyer
those
does not
questions.
lawyer the same though. So
Their
nobody should
standard
have judgment on the way that somebody
the
lawyers.
standard is the same. You're trying to prove the same thing in a bond hearing because you're trying to
And
get
clearly he
your
was gonna give
client
him a bond if that
released.
warrant wouldn't have popped up.
I don't know. That's
Because
still
I
up for
watched
debate.
all the cases before that one. I
That
watched
is
all the cases before that one. The previous cases before that, I watched all of them leading up
that is
uh
still
to Yaks. And guess what? He denied all of them. He didn't even give that type of argument. Like he
that
didn't
is
even
still
give let them stay up there that long. He told them he was denying the bond
that
automatically.
is still what is this? It's speculation because we really have no idea how the judge was going to rule. But
He
in
still
order
didn't
to
even
get
deny the bond. It's on the table. But now
there's nothing
that the
wrong with that.
state filed the warrant today,
Talk
now
them
the man
facts,
got to
Jay.
go to a whole nother probation. He got to go to probation court now before he can even go back to a bond hearing.
Yeah, that is court procedure.
Yes,
That is
but
court
the
procedure.
fact is, the state is so sneaky that they
Word.
decided to
Sneaky.
file the warrant today.
Just
I'm
like
not
I
again,
said.
like
I
I
was
said,
right.
I am not going to go with those sentiments because to me that is more of, you know, rumors. I mean, Jasmine took herself off from here. But to me, that is more
You
of
gone?
rumors. And that's why I'm saying that I'll always be distinct in the sense that I have a law license. So, as much as people have certain views, I am not going to go with a certain view just because that is what's popular. I
exactly.
am not. I'm not going to, as a practicing attorney, I am not going to go on a YouTube channel and claim that the state engaged in improper conduct when
Right.
I don't have that
Proof.
information.
Right, right.
Okay,
Right,
so
right, right.
that will always be my distinction because I mean other people can go on YouTube and say whatever it is that they want to say because they do
Right.
YouTube full time and they get paid by YouTube.
Right.
Okay, but as far as I'm concerned, uh, I just cannot come up here spewing things that are not accurate. I
I
mean,
got
it's a
you.
good spin. It's a good story,
Right.
right? It's a good story to say that the state was after, these guys, and because the state failed to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, now they have decided to come at him from this angle,
Right.
right? But
That seems like bullying though, because it's like we done had a lot of if we were all watching this trial, they was bullying the
no, they
whole time.
overcharge. Here's the thing. I've maintained that when it came to Yak, I maintained from the very beginning they had nothing on him. Okay.
Nothing.
They had
It was
nothing on
actually
him.
stupid. That's why
But
they made money off of that, of us on the chat just making jokes of how stupid they was.
but if we have to go with, again, and that's why I'm saying that it's premature to assume that the judge was going to grant bond even before the prosecution got up there and make their argument, is
Right.
again the statement, or it's not really testimony, but what the prosecution presented in there as far as Kendrick's conduct is concerning, if it's true. Okay.
Conduct. What you
So
mean? Oh, I'm sorry,
these
because
allegations,
everybody's in here. What do you
the
mean by conduct?
allegations, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, the conduct. What do you mean by that?
Right, because the prosecution, when they got up there, when they were opposing bond, their argument was that this man is a danger to the general community, given the manner in which he's carried himself in behind bars. And they started talking about, the supposed victim. Turn your video off. I mean, if you want to, Desmond, you can keep it on.
What's the name says something, but he
Who?
didn't get out yet. Jasmine, because
No,
I
she's
was
back. She
watching.
just popped. She
She
popped back
popped
up.
back up because
Let me
that
finish.
is
Let me
true.
finish my statement, though.
All
Let me
right.
finish my
Yes,
statement.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
here's what the prosecution said yesterday. They said that who's this? They said that Kendrick was pretty much the principal in this assault that they committed against, one of the other incarcerated folks, right? They were talking about the men being whipped, XYZ, and all types of
Yeah,
things.
they was
So to
popping
me,
locks.
what's that?
Nothing. Popping locks.
I don't know. This is a
They're gonna make
problematic
a
type of.
movie out
I
of
don't
this.
think. I don't think we should be encouraging this type of behavior.
Nah, if you
Regardless.
can pop locks and use unlimited popping locks, and you got one CO they on each floor, and it's like he got to call for backup, and they laughing at him when they go to the shower and they popping locks, because I know popping locks, you can come out when you want to and make them look stupid. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I've
Like,
not
nigga, I
kept
come
up.
out when I want to come out, and then they gonna pop the lock for their buddy and everything.
I've not
Be like,
kept
we
up
taking
with the
a shower
messages.
together.
Okay. So Kimberly, I'm just seeing that you asked to come up here. Let me read your other message. She started with, "I'll make this sweet and short." Then she kept it vague, saying he's not just a rapper; he's a real rapper. Yeah, to me, again, that's more of a street, like in public when you're talking to your friends or whatever. That can be an argument. That is not a compelling argument before a judge. So,
Or a legal professor.
right. To me, that's not, that is not, no. And then who says that as an advocate in court, Weinstein humanized him daily. Okay. And then Kim says Kayla even said his living arrangements were complicated. Kendrick was not getting out with a lack of clarity. I agree with that. You need to be cogent when you're making an argument. Okay. When you're making an argument before the court, especially if this is your bond application. All right. This is your bond application. So, yeah, definitely had to be cogent. I did not get that from the argument. And then Brooklyn says, "Do you have a number where I can call?" A number? My MacBook does not have good audio. I don't know what you're talking about, Brooklyn, but okay, Tat. Oh, what's up, Flash of the Gods? Hopefully you're still in here. Thank you for showing us some love. All right, let's go. Did I catch up? I don't think I caught up. I mean, Kimberly, if you have anything else to say, please feel free. I'm just trying to.
Well, in my approach up to law school,
Okay.
doing research, one of the big things that I think ADA Love failed on
Oh, she was awful.
anytime
She was awful.
was that in law school, they want you to say less.
Right.
That's why Weinstein and Shardt were so effective with the jurors that we now know in hindsight, because they got straight to the point. They put a period on their point and they stopped talking.
Yeah.
Kayla told us she was going to be to the point, and she didn't hit any of those.
Right. And I did say that. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think, and you tell me if I'm wrong, respectfully, I think he should go with another legal advocate.
Why do you think that?
She's already
Uh-oh.
made an impression on this jurist, on this judge. But he works with her a lot, so maybe he
Right,
knows her and he can get beyond it.
right.
Can she
Um,
fix this?
I would like to think that, there's always I think that she can always, rehabilitate her efforts. Okay. So here's the thing. I think as well when it comes to representation, a client needs an attorney that is going to bet for them. I mean, I did not see it in this bond. Okay. I did not see it in this bond application. Um, Maybe it might be too close. It might be too friendly. That's my sense. But obviously, I would say that he should go
Where
with.
Allie at? Where Allie? Get
I have
Allie
no
in here.
idea.
Get
I have
Allie
no
in
idea.
here.
But I would think that he should go with whoever it is that he wants to go with. So if he's comfortable with Kayla, then stick with Kayla. I personally, if I was in his shoes, I don't know, pick somebody neutral, somebody that has nothing to do with a previous case, because again, that YSL case should not spill over into everything
Right.
else. Because
But I
again,
asked you that question and you told me no. And it's exactly
what
what the
question
hell
did you
happened.
ask me?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago
No,
with
no,
the
no.
feds.
The thing is,
With the
I
feds.
believe
I
that the
knew that
question.
I knew they was gonna do that fed shit. I mean fed stuff.
No, no,
Trying to
no. Let
mix.
me correct my
All right, all right.
statement then, because
All right,
you're
all right,
saying
all right.
something else.
All right, I'm
What
sorry.
I'm saying is based on yesterday's bond hearing, Kayla should have gone with a real argument instead of this man was fighting for his life and now this is what's happening. She should have gone with with a compelling argument for why her client is not a flight risk, why her client is not a danger to the general society. That's what I'm saying. So
She
it's
kind
not
of
enough.
did. She kind of did. I think
Nah,
she was doing a good job until he
nah,
got a damn warrant.
nah, no, no,
She wasn't.
no, not one bit.
Not one bit.
The warrant came after her argument was already done.
It was dead.
The argument was done because a real thing came up here yesterday, and she was like, "How do you know that her argument was done?" And I went back in time. I rolled the tape back, and you could tell that she was done because she was waiting for the judge to respond. Okay, so we watched that in real life. We watched that in real life. So
What the
let me see.
courts, Jerome, what the courts want, they want you licensed as soon as you get out. They want to know where you're going to lay your head, and
Right,
they want to know who you're going to lay your head with.
right.
They will review that and they may reject it and say you've got to have another plan.
Right. Which ain't too hard because as long as you got an address, I've been on probation to where I got out of jail and I was staying at a hotel. As long as you got an address and a
Yeah,
room number, you
exactly.
good.
But you have to. That is one of the first things you have to give to the court. That's what they're interested in. And again, I don't agree with when Jasmine was saying it depends on state. We follow. Listen, the federal. When I said yesterday we have 51 legal systems because we really do. The federal government, the federal court, the federal whatever, the federal
You're right.
rules, they lay the foundation. Okay,
Right.
that is the minimum. So when it comes to a bond hearing, that is the minimum. The minimum you have to tell the court where this person is going. When this
Mm-hmm.
person leaves Rice Street, you have to tell the court where they are going. So let's see. So Voice of Reason says, I respect all opinions, but I hope the criticism of Kayla is to help as an attorney and to support Diamante as a defendant who's trying to get a bond respectfully. And I mean, this is
Right.
just
I
my
agree with that.
opinion.
I agree with that.
I don't have to help Kayla. Kayla does not have to get any type of what is this? She does not have to
She's in the belly of the beast.
No, she doesn't
She's
have to take
dealing with
any
these
advice
motherfuckers.
from
You know,
me. Okay,
this
she
is
has a
not
law
a.
license. She gets to do whatever it is she wants to do with a law license. But what I do on here, I critique what the attorneys are doing
Yeah, of course.
because
This is not. This is not the blueprint for Fulton County. You are a real lawyer.
yeah. So again, this is what I keep saying. Like a lot of folks have watched this trial in support of the defendant, right? Which is great. But I watch these trials, and this is not the first trial I've watched. I literally
Jasmine
watch.
says she want to come up now. Put Jasmine in here before we leave. You
She's
already.
in here.
She said you gotta hit her a link.
Oh, she's in here. She's in here.
Man, hit her link.
I did. She's in here. What do you mean?
I can't
I'm
hear her
in here
voice.
now. I'm in here now.
Okay.
All right.
So Stacy Sibbett, I believe this is one of the raiders. He or she, I think it's she, but says you fail to realize that Fulton County doesn't abide by the rules. Hasn't that been clear to everybody by now? I guess if that's a failure, then that's a failure. But as a practicing attorney, I am
Him
not.
not getting a bond don't have nothing to do with her saying where he was staying.
What's that?
Him not getting a bond has nothing to do with her telling where he was staying.
Okay.
And
All
that
right.
was clear.
All right,
Because
Jasmine.
even after
Let her
prosecution,
finish.
after prosecution went up, he still put the bond on the table. It was the warrant that was the problem. That's what y'all failing to miss.
I
This
think
don't
I was
have
very
nothing to do
clear.
with where he was staying.
I
And
was
and two and there should be no room for anybody to critique anybody on anything. Everybody lawyer's different.
all right, but I was very clear yesterday. If you watch my live, I was very clear
I was
that
on here with you, girl.
okay, but I was very clear that I'm girl. I was clear that
You know I love you.
warrant shows or it's a sign of
It
what
did
is this,
not show because
politeness.
it was not filed until today. Therefore, it was a lie.
All right, Jasmine. So I'm
And
going
that
on
is
to
a fact.
Adriana. Adriana says, I have a question, please. Why did he not stay with his previous legal counsel? That you're going
Because his
to have to ask
previous
him.
legal counsel had other cases also. So he asked Kayla to step in for him.
All right, there you have the answer from Kayla's representative.
Melanie.
And hey,
You,
Northern Dame, what's
you missed
up?
a good show though.
I was there for a little bit. I typed your name. You didn't
Who
say
did you
anything. So
see? Oh man, that chat was going so daggone fast.
I typed your name in there. And
I
then
swear that chat was going so fast.
Northern Dame says, I see you got your two main other attorneys on with Shaw. What's up, Northern? Let's
What
see.
does that? What that mean?
Oh, Ellie's up here. I've co-counseled.
Word,
Big shout
Allie.
out to Ellie.
Old bag probably cursing us out right now.
Why?
Like, what the
Where
fuck are
is
y'all
Was
she?
old
talking
back
about?
here?
Old bag probably like, nah, I ain't see her. But
Is
she
she
probably
here?
Okay,
like, what
so
the
we have a
fuck?
question for you, Jasmine, because you like defending your cousin. So we have a question. Northern Dame has a question. And firstly, why was Kayla wearing that micro
Ask
mini skirt?
Kayla. Did you ask
Oh,
Kayla
okay.
that?
All right. There we
Y'all
go.
kill me.
And
Got so much critique and so many damn judgments. Why the fuck you ain't ask her?
no, don't
I'm sorry.
Jasmine.
My bad. My bad. No
Jasmine.
cursing.
Nah,
No
you
cursing. No
good.
cursing.
It's only
No
one
cursing.
Jackson. It's only
No.
Okay,
one
so
No
Flesh
Jackson.
of the God
cursing.
says the judge
Ferguson,
only
no
kept him
cursing.
because of the warrant, right? He said they can discuss where he'll live off the record.
We
That is
love you,
correct.
Jazz.
But to me, what I didn't like, Flesh, is as an advocate, you put your case on, okay? You don't wait for the questions. This is your bond application. If it's your bond application, it makes absolutely no sense why you're not up there with, all the information that the court needs. So, all right, let's see. What? Oh, Allie's actually in here.
Yeah,
Allie's in
Allie's
here.
always. Come on.
That's my
How,
sister girl.
how
All
the hell
right,
she
let's
not?
see.
How the hell is Allie not gonna ever be in here?
I
She
did not
probably
keep up.
he'll get pissed if you start at 2 o'clock in the morning or something.
Okay, so Corey,
Give
we
it
have
here.
somebody by the name of Corey Wolf. Welcome. Corey says Kayla, dependent on the judge, should be familiar with the case as opposed to come with compelling argument. Thank you.
Kayla is very familiar
Thank
with the
you.
judge. They
That's
have a
exactly.
repertoire.
Thank
That's
you,
why
Corey.
he was gonna get a bond if he didn't have a
Thank
warrant.
you, Corey. That's exactly what I was saying. The
We
YSL
can't hear you,
trial.
Allie. We can't hear
Hold
you.
on, let me finish talking. As I was
Allie
saying,
said we can't hear
the
you, Allie.
the
Okay.
YSL. I need to scroll down. Okay, I'm adding Ellie now.
Drew?
I just added you. One moment. Let me make my point. So, Corey, that's my point. The previous YSL trial, or the only YSL trial, has come and gone. It is time to pretty much, if you're going to go to court and make an argument, you need to go up there and make a compelling argument. You need to go up there and make a cogent argument. Your reliance cannot be, oh, this man was acquitted. That cannot be it. So, okay.
That man was gonna get a bond if it
And
wasn't
can
for
I
that warrant.
Go
can I
ahead,
interject
Kim.
on that?
It
A
sound
lot of
like SO and JT. Y'all about to go. Y'all about
Can
to
we
go
get
at it.
Allie to say something? Allie,
I'm
hey
trying. Can
Allie,
Thank
you hear
you,
me,
Allie.
sister
Jasmine?
girl.
Yeah,
Jasmine, can you hear
Allie
me?
go. Allie
I
gonna
can hear
smooth
you,
it out.
sister
She gonna
girl.
smooth it out. She gonna
can
smooth it
can
out.
I say something about the judge
Go
who
ahead, Kim.
Can our
a
new
lot of
co-counsel that just got up here say something? Because she
No,
just
Karen.
a,
stepped in.
Hold on. Just wait. I'm going to mute you guys. Go ahead, Kim.
What?
Oh shit.
a lot of judges' dockets are full. They
Okay.
don't have a lot of time to follow other cases. Their days are full.
Right.
They have multiple cases. So
Right.
to think that a judge or a jurist is going to know what you're talking about without making the argument before them is wrong. And
Right.
if Kayla assumed that, it goes further to her lack of understanding of the law over
Right.
the
Got
court.
in trouble.
Mm.
But
I agree with
talk
that.
fast. Let's
Go
talk
on,
fast.
Ellie.
I'm
Let
sorry.
Ellie talk,
Go
Zero.
ahead, Allie.
Okay. First of all, I don't know. I saw Flash's question, and yeah, he's only being held on this warrant. So they were going to talk about other stuff after. So, but put besides the fact that whatever you guys think her argument wasn't good, why are they just taking out probation warrants today? Because he was held
Word.
yesterday.
Word. Word.
The
That
it
does
was
not change.
They
Listen.
That
forgot
has
about
nothing
it.
to do
They
but there was
acting
with
like
it.
they
nothing
forgot
signed.
about it.
Okay, hold
They
on,
trying to
hold on.
act
Y'all
like they
I
just
have
talking
the
forgot.
about her
paperwork.
argument, and the
Hold on,
only
hold on,
reason
hold
he
on.
held him
Let
was
me
because
finish.
of the warrant, and he
Jasmine,
said that clear as day.
okay, can I finish? But
Yes, Jasmine.
so how did they hold him yesterday when the judge didn't sign the warrant till today and say, "Oh, we're holding you on a warrant"? None of the
Whack shit.
paperwork, all of it's dated for today. So how was he held?
Okay.
And
So,
it's not
Ellie,
even McBurney; it's a different judge.
let me, and that's what I've been saying. Obviously, people's emotions have been running high because you guys have been supporting the defendant in this case, and
No,
you
I'm just asking the
now let me
question
finish
though.
talking, please. And you have a
How
certain
you doing?
positions. As I was giving my commentary yesterday, I was talking in real time, watching it from, that was my first time watching it. That does not change the fact that that was not a good argument. At the very end of that live, I was clear in the fact that Judge McBurney is most likely going to grant bond. And I was even clear that I don't think those charges are enough to hold
Mm,
Kendrick. That does not
that's a
change the
good
fact
question,
that
Flash.
does not change the fact that that was not a cogent and well thought out argument.
The argument had nothing to do with why he didn't get a bond.
But
N-
when you're
But why
going,
was the warrant not
If you
signed?
would have watched the cases
Word. Flesh.
if you would have watched the cases before
something's wrong with Kim's
Jax,
device.
there was another case that
Mm,
had a warrant. He did not grant him a bond because he had a warrant.
mm,
That is
mm,
why he did not give the bond because of the warrant.
So,
That's
mm.
and that's
what
what I'm
I'm
saying
listening
doesn't
to
make
the cases
sense.
before he even got to
That's
Diamante's
that
case.
gangster. That's that
I'm
But
I
gangster
that's why
watched
I'm
technique.
all of
saying
his
so it
cases
doesn't
before
make
he
sense
even
if the
got there.
warrant was signed
Y'all keep
today.
talking about the argument. The argument had nothing to do with it.
No.
Okay,
because
you did
that's
not agree with
why,
her argument, but
Jasmine,
move on from that. That's not the
that
case.
is why I watch that's why I watch the hearing. I don't watch the hearing to see if they get released or if they get held. Even if we have to go back to the original YSL trial, I was watching to see what arguments they
I
were
just don't
making
like your judgment on
because
these
Good.
men, period. Because
Good.
yesterday you was pissing me off because you kept saying that
Uh-oh.
Shannon is
Whoa,
gonna
whoa, 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 whoa.
violate and all that stuff. You cannot say that about these men. You don't know them.
Well,
You don't
well, I
know if they
did.
rehabilitated and all of that. You cannot
Well, I
say that.
did.
You
Yeah,
cannot
I
judge
did.
these people by what they did in their past.
I
That is
listen.
wrong.
You have gone on
That's
to judge
wrong.
R. Kelly. You have gone on to judge some
I
other
love
folks.
R. Kelly. What are
So
you talking about?
no,
But
you're
he's a fucked up
no,
individual.
Jasmine. Whatever arguments, that's what I'm saying. Whatever arguments that you make in furtherance of, I don't know,
People
the
can be
course of these
rehabilitated.
other individuals, you need to have the same arguments as it relates to other
Word. Beat
defendants.
Not
me
when it
up.
comes
Call
to
Jerome. Let's 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 roast.
rape.
Let's
Not
roast
when it
Jerome
comes to
Street.
sexual assaults.
So
Never.
why is it that you're able to then judge
Because
other
first of all,
defendants
if somebody commits
based
a
on
crime of
I love it. I love it. I
selling
love it.
drugs or something like that 10 years ago,
This is classic.
come on now.
Damn.
Somebody can rehabilitate from that.
well, I'm
Right.
glad that you're
9
not
times
an
out of 10,
attorney.
a rapist is not going to
Brooklyn.
rehabilitate from being a
Why
rapist.
can a
Thank
rapist
God,
not be
Brooklyn.
Come
rehabilitated?
on now.
Why can
Ha-
they not?
Show me the statistics.
Why can they not?
Show me
Why
the
Love
can they
you,
not
boys.
be
statistics.
Love you.
rehabilitated?
Show me the statistics.
Your
Brooklyn.
argument is not cogent, so I cannot even
Show
argue
me
with
the
you.
statistics.
Okay, so Flash
Y'all.
says there
A
was a
pedophile
violation
gonna always
from
be a damn
Flash says there was a violation from Arizona. Judge McBurney was told by the DA not to let him out. This is what Brooklyn's saying.
But
How is that the
We are
case,
chaotic.
Brooklyn? How
hold
is
on.
that the case? No. Let me please finish talking.
I'm
Brooklyn,
sorry.
how is that again? You guys watch with,
No,
hoping
I
for
have an
people
actual
to
legal
be.
like I have an
No, no,
actual
no. Let me
question
finish.
about.
Let me finish, please. And that's what I've made the distinction. You folks are invested with whether they get acquitted or convicted. I've always maintained I watch for the legal arguments. Okay. I've said this on my live previously. It's only around this era. This is not something that could have been done in, I don't know, even going back to 1996. In 1996, you could not be an attorney in one jurisdiction or state learning from attorneys that are in a completely different state. So I get to watch this and I get to learn from other folks, and that's why I continue to do it. So if I am watching and I see somebody doing somebody that is making an awful argument, I'm going to say it's an awful argument, so I know not to do that same thing. And then Brooklyn says, Judge McBurney, okay, I asked you a question, Brooklyn. How do we know this? Because in this press conference
That
here,
can I
in
say
this press
something?
conference
No,
here,
Jasmine, I've been trying to say something about the
in,
warrant,
in
and
this press conference here,
okay.
who's this? Kayla said that the state's attorney, or not this, they don't call them the state's attorney. The DA's office did not know about that. So I need more information, Brooklyn. Where are you getting that from?
Brooklyn has no
What's
information.
what's your question, Allie?
So if like back to what Flesh said, if the warrant was out of Arizona, you're in custody, you can't report. How do they put a warrant out for you for a revocation because you're in custody? How are you supposed to report to probation?
They said it was a federal one. They said a
No,
federal
what
one.
happened is when he got locked up, once he violated in jail by committing whatever he did in jail.
Federal one.
That's what it was. Like him committing those whatever the offenses are that he committed inside of the jail.
Federal.
That's what they violated him for.
Man.
No,
Corey,
guys,
I don't understand this
for not
question or
reporting.
statement. Corey, I don't understand what you're saying here, so please re-ask. Jerome, you have me up here too long. I have like 10, 15 minutes and I need to go. So
Hold
Greg
on, what-
says
what did
argument is
that
not
last
going to
question-
change the
Not my
fact that it was
fault.
Jasmine, I'll
denied.
call you after. I got to jump out.
Okay.
Not my fault.
Elsa, what was the last thing that
We
was said?
love
I was
y'all.
trying to see
Your
what
words
that
are
last-
muffled. Your words are muffled.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to see what that last comment said. I was trying to see.
I don't know. I'm way behind. Let me catch up quickly because after this, I'm going to have 5 minutes and I really need to go. So
you
Greg
you
says,
better not need the iron.
no, I have a deposition in the
Oh,
morning.
you do. You
Yeah.
tripping. You
Hold
tripping.
on. Hold on. hold on. No, but it's a good discussion. Jasmine knows I like to go back and forth because I can go toe to toe.
No, oh
So
yeah. That's what we
I can
do.
go
That's what
toe
we.
to
This is
toe
not an
there.
argument.
Oh, I love you
This
guys
is
too. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. I'm
yeah.
like, I just want to ask my
All
No,
right,
question.
hi
yeah.
Ellie.
This is
Let me quickly read these
definitely
messages and then we can go. So
yeah. We don't argue.
Greg says, argue, girl. When it's about your cousin, you're ready to fight. I'm like, I don't care. I can talk
No,
about your
but
And now
cousin.
he has me up here ready to
me
fight.
and
I
you
can
do
talk
not
about your
argue,
cousin.
honey.
Who's gonna
We
stop me?
debate. We debate.
All right, let's
We
go. Let's go. Hold on, Jasmine. So, Greg, arguing is not going to change the fact that he was denied bond, whatever was happening in the background. Okay, Flash says he was violated because he did not show up in AZ to report for a case, but it couldn't cause. And Flash, this is what I said in my live last night. Okay, this is what I said in my live last night. When there's a warrant, it is the defense attorney's job, the public defender's job, to figure out the circumstances under which the warrant was issued. And that should be your argument. So
how
let's
could she
go.
know if the warrant wasn't filed till today?
I can't
Right.
Nobody
take
in
a
that
look at that.
It
courtroom
came from
knew
out of
except for
nowhere.
the states.
It came from
And
out of nowhere.
So I have the
And for
warrant. I have a
you
Brooklyn
picture
never
of it.
sent it, Allie.
and
So
It wasn't
and
sent
for
till
Brooklyn
today. Signed
and
till
for
no,
today.
Brooklyn,
yesterday you
states can't
said you had
tell the judge
information.
what to do. What are you talking about?
Last night you said you had information. You never sent it. So Kimberly said,
Because it wasn't signed till today, so I couldn't send. How am I going to send it if it wasn't signed till
Allie
today?
so
said that shit.
what
Allie said
information
that.
did you
Allie
have that
said
you
that.
said you're
Allie
going to
said that.
send then?
But
So
Allie
what
Allie
were you
said
going
did
that.
to
say
send?
that there
She
wasn't a
said
warrant
that.
though.
So
She
I
what were
said
you
said
that
that.
there
going to
was not a
send?
warrant out for his
Allie
arrest.
said that.
So
She
what were you
called
going to
that shit.
send?
I didn't say I was sending anything yesterday. I said
Girl, you did. I
Nah,
kept
because
checking
She
she
my
said
said
she was
email.
that
gonna
she
make
ain't
sure
see nothing.
she
You was
said she was
calling
gonna
her
I
make
was
sure
making
her
Allie.
sure. I said,
information
okay,
was
now I'm going to say
valid.
allegedly because I feel like I might be confused about something. And then
All
it
right.
came back. I was right.
Baba
But the
God.
All
warrant
right.
wasn't signed
Let's
till
go,
today.
folks. I have
I
5
can
minutes.
send
Hold
you it
on.
right now.
5 minutes until closing, please. Let me read all these messages. So Kimberly said, I like your clarity and wanting to engage with non-legal minds. You're patient and I am very patient. Glad I found you. Follow the community.
Non-legal minds need to mind their business.
Thank you for the love. Listen, Jasmine, you're not going to be talking to my folks like that. Thank you,
I
Kimberly.
am
I
your folks.
appreciate
Don't be
that.
damn picking nobody over me.
Well,
What's
hey,
wrong with
shit.
you? I was
Well,
here
Okay.
hey,
first.
shit.
Brooklyn says, how can he report if he's locked up? Okay. Ellie, Flesh of the Gods, I can send you the papers, but yeah, it was probation revocation, the warrant signed today, and that's the only warrant that is holding him. Greg, Tat, okay. I'm trying to get through all this stuff. Ellie says, Flesh of the Gods, I'm going to see if it's because of the charges in jail or not. Reporting because I thought it was said because he didn't report. All right. Send me that paperwork. I'll look at it.
I'll send it to you too, right? Like in the
I'm
next
looking
5
at it
minutes.
now. I'm looking at it right
Wait,
now.
it's just 10:39. You can't stay until 10:45.
Girl, I
Uh-oh.
just told you.
I just
There you
Jasmine.
got
go. There, yeah,
here.
go, go, go,
Jasmine.
go, go,
I don't know
go,
what
go,
time you joined
go,
this
go.
live.
I love
Yo, she deserved
you.
that. She
Stay on
Jerome,
deserved
for
that. She
me.
deserved
Jerome
that now.
extended
She
this for
Please.
deserved that.
30
She
minutes.
deserved that. She deserved that, SO. She
Please.
deserved that. She
I
deserved
miss
that
your
now.
laugh.
Come on. If you was monetized, I would have dropped a jam on you right now.
Oh Lord. Oh.
What?
Oh. Man, what did you see over there?
Where?
Over there.
Over
Where?
where?
On WTF.
No, I went on there. I saw it was a bunch of people. It's
You
like
went at
I
the
entered
end
a
then.
room. I
You went
entered
at
a room
the
with
end.
a bunch of people.
Girl. She had
I saw Mel. I saw, the other.
no. First person to pop on was Melnick. Second person to pop on was Merchant.
I don't like listening to them folks.
Doug
Ellie, I don't have
Weinstein.
the email.
Doug Weinstein came on.
Oh,
Kokomo
I thought
came
you said you
on.
had it.
Lamar Gardner came on. Catnot Williams. All
I
the
started.
YSL jurors came on.
Word. It's Ashley
Jasmine,
Merchant
one
was
second,
the
one
judge.
second.
Duke
SO, did
came
you say
on.
you
Oh
have
shit.
the
I
warrants or you
was
want me to
watching.
send it?
We're talking over each
That's
other.
classic.
Oh, go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
No, sorry,
No,
Nah,
Jasmine.
you
you
talk.
talk,
You're
you
the
talk,
one
you
that
talk.
has the floor.
You
Wait, does she
talk.
Oh.
want me to send it or does she have it? That's what I'm asking.
Girl, you told me you're going to send it.
Okay,
Send
because I
it.
thought you just said you had it.
JT, let's go.
Okay,
Oh,
go. Okay, go.
Jasmine,
JT's
go.
turn.
She had Dennis and Sylvia on the same chat
Word.
at the
Wait,
same
wait,
time,
wait,
and they
wait,
were
wait,
civil at
wait.
the
What?
same time.
Nah, keep going, keep going.
Who?
Who else?
Nah,
Sylvia
don't
and
stop.
Dennis.
Yeah.
No way. I actually watched Sylvia this
Oh
morning before
my
my client got there.
God.
She was at the jail. That's what you should have been doing,
Oh
Jasmine.
my God.
I
She
ain't
was
got
at the jail.
for what?
Let's, come on, Jasmine,
What you
keep
didn't watch
going.
her live? She was at the jail. She she was there
You saw? That's
waiting for
because
Kayla.
Kayla called her.
Yeah.
Anytime you ask
Kayla
questions,
called her and told her to come down.
that makes the
That
time go
look,
back.
Kayla bribed Dennis and she bribed Sylvia to be on the same screen. She
Word.
did
That's crazy.
an exclusive interview with Dennis and she got
I was
Sylvia to see
watching.
her and Shannon together for the first time. Okay, end of discussion.
I saw that
Okay.
shit.
And they
I
was
caught
on the
him at
screen
the right
together
time.
and they
Hey,
were
can I ask you
civil.
this, Jess?
But Sylvia had on her ugly Christmas sweater and she had on a sweater
Oh,
and it was a picture of Dennis on the front.
word. That was gangster. Was that gangster or what? Was that
That was
gangster?
real gangster. It was cute. It was real cute.
That was
Sylvia won that.
gangster. That was
But
That's
no, no,
gangster.
cute.
no. At the end, then it was like, Sylvia, show me your sweater again. And she stood up and showed us sweater. He said,
Yep,
strike.
yep, yep, yep. That was hilarious.
Wow.
I like that shit. I don't even fuck with that shit. I had to throw a thumbs
That's
up on that one.
crazy.
That shit was hilarious.
That is
Word.
crazy. Well, was that the end or the middle? Because I think I caught the
Well, when
middle.
they
It was
the end
it
when
was
they
pretty
took
much
Jenna, they
that was
took.
pretty much at the beginning because
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay,
Sylvia
so I
came back
watched
on
the
at the
ending.
end. Sylvia was
Oh,
back
I
on
ain't
there
see
at
that.
the end.
I ain't see that. I ain't see
When
that.
was Thugger Daily on there? Because that's when I
Flash,
was
you
on
was
there.
on there. I said hey to you.
Yeah, he's very patient.
I
I
said
was
hey to
like,
Flash.
yo, this nigga was
Oh
chilling
no,
for a
you
while.
know what? I know what it was. I sent the I sent it to Cha. So Cha probably sent it out to everybody on Flesh page. So that's probably how Flesh ended up there. That was my bad. That was my bad. I sent it to Cha though, so
Flush
I
is
can
in here
listen.
now. Flush is in here right now, listening
I
right now.
said hey to Flesh when he was over
Oh,
there.
I'm talking about right now.
But
He's
that
in here
chat was
right
going
now.
so fast because it was Mel,
Yeah,
Kayla,
she had
and Miss
4,000
Jefferson
people in
chat
there.
all together.
She had
Yeah, that was
4,000
for
people in
you.
there.
You
Yeah,
said that.
that
You
was the
gave.
one for the year right there.
Yeah,
That was the one for the year.
you said that. You gave us the heads up, and I'm proud of
She had
you
more
that you
people
did.
on there than she told me she was gonna have
I
on there.
I was proud
And
that
then
because
when the
you
YSL
kept it back. You kept it back.
the
You had the
YSL
mic so
jurors
strong.
popped up, and it was just yeah, it was a time. It was cute. It was real professional,
Real
and
dope. Real dope. Real dope.
everybody was very positive.
No,
Yeah,
good,
it's
good,
very
good.
dope. And then it was
Besides
Christmas.
Brooklyn,
Who's Brooklyn?
your
Oh,
friend over
our
here,
Brooklyn.
yeah, that be in everybody's chat.
My Brooklyn.
Man, I love Brooklyn.
That's if
I
that's a
love
Fuck
man.
with
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
If that's a man,
I
that's a
love
real
Brooklyn.
sassy
Nah,
man.
it is a man. I
Okay, well
thought you
that's
was
a
a
real
female.
sassy man.
Jasmine, you cannot be saying stuff like that.
I
Listen,
mean it from the bottom of my
listen,
heart.
listen. You cannot. That's what I'm. That's what I keep saying. If you're gonna stand on something, then stand on something.
I
Like,
am standing on it.
no, you cannot be telling me that I cannot criticize all these people that are out here
I
in the
mean he's
public, and
sassy.
then you want to criticize Brooklyn. No, don't be doing that to these folks.
I say it to him. I say stuff to him in other chats too. I don't say it just here. I say it in other chats too. It
Brooklyn,
is not a problem.
Jasmine is so problematic. You guys.
I don't care. He is a real sassy man.
I love you,
He say
Brooklyn.
real feminine stuff. That is
That
not a
doesn't matter.
man.
That's so sexist. So
That's not a man. That is not a man. That is a woman disguising as a man. That is a woman. Y'all keep thinking that's a man. That is a woman. All woman.
I don't know.
All
Let's remain
estrogen.
on. I don't even know where we're going with this, but okay. I don't know. You basically kicked
Maybe you
Jerome
want to
out of
be a
here.
man, but you a woman.
You kicked Jerome out of here, so
Hey, Jerome.
he's gone now.
No.
He's gone now, so
I ain't seen Jerome in days.
I know.
Like, I feel like he been missing in action. He been really HVACing, huh?
I know. He's been making some shmoney. No,
Did you have
Jerome,
a, did you have a good day?
Jerome, I'll never block you.
He always screaming at. Maybe he
Oh
had to go
yeah.
sleep. You had a good
Come
day,
back up here.
Echo?
What's that?
Did you have a good day?
Man, my day was crazy as hell.
Have you finished your
My day
your
was
Christmas shopping?
Man, my Christmas shopping ain't shit. Like, I shouldn't be cussing.
Well,
But
it's just you. Is just Zeta, huh? Oh, you're
no,
not going
it's
out
not
of town
that.
this year. You're not going out of town for that, right?
No. It's not that. The thing is, like I told you, I have to get some gift for the bus driver.
Oh
The
yeah,
bus
but that
monitor.
should be simple though. You should get them gift cards. Just get them some gift cards.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm
You
gonna go
actually buy
to
stuff for the bus driver? Now you got me thinking.
She
absolutely. I
is.
mean,
You
if
know
I
she's
I
have
sweet
a
was just
bus
getting the
sometimes.
bus
driver,
driver a card, but
if I have
She's
a
sweet
bus
sometimes.
driver,
now I
if I
feel
have a bus
bad.
driver that picks up my daughter every day, takes her to school, so I'm able to get to the office early in the morning, absolutely. He's the one person that deserves. I hate driving, by the way. So
Somebody said pay him cash.
No.
yeah,
I
somebody
meant
said that. So I'm gonna put in a gift card. I'm gonna put in cash, and I'll do the same thing for the bus monitor. The thing is, we have two paralegals. I don't know what I'm gonna get the paralegals. We're supposed to be having an office Christmas lunch thing on Friday. I was gonna get them chocolate bark from like Williams Sonoma. I love chocolate bark. I hate chocolate, but I love chocolate bark. So I don't know. I'm not done. But other than that, Jasmine, my day was very busy. Again, I have the deposition in the morning, but I reviewed so many medical records. I've reviewed the interrogatories. My client was in the day before. She comes in early tomorrow. We run over some stuff. I'm ready to object. I'm ready to go. So yeah,
Okay, long as
ready.
you're ready. Long as you're ready, pumped,
Ready.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Get
How's your
you a
day?
good. It was. I haven't even been asleep.
What? What?
Uh-uh.
Mm-mm. I ain't been asleep.
Uh-uh.
Oh
That
yeah,
sounds
you right.
Jasmine about to go ahead.
I don't know,
That'll
Jasmine.
be
You're
the
about to
best 15,
crash.
20 minutes.
No, I ain't. No, I'm really good. I'm really good.
Brooklyn
Greg,
is a
I
I'm
just
man.
pretty
didn't.
sure the God said
Okay,
Brooklyn
I
is a
didn't get
man.
enough sleep. Just put
Thank
it
you,
like that.
Flesh. Thank you, Flesh.
what he
I
Yeah.
didn't
said.
get enough sleep.
I
So,
apologize, Brooklyn.
all right. And big shout out. Greg said somebody needs to. Greg
So,
said I need to get them an
have you
ironing board.
ironed?
That's
Okay,
probably I need to
Flesh.
get
I
everybody irons.
understand, but still, if that is a man, he's a very sassy man.
Don't say that about
Why
him.
don't say
And
that?
I'm
Yeah.
not
God
saying,
damn.
and I
No,
He
am
on
Jasmine.
point.
standing
This
Jasmine.
on.
man got a
Jasmine.
I'm
government
standing
job.
on
He got a
business.
lot of information. He
Jasmine.
got a
You
lot of
cannot be saying that
information.
about people
He
on here.
chilling.
I'm
Yeah, he
standing on
chilling.
business.
He
Brooklyn, I
chilling.
really
He
think
chilling.
that you're a sassy man.
Don't say that about him, okay?
No, I'm not
No.
saying that he's. I'm not saying
You
that.
have to say the same thing
No,
about me if that's the
no,
case.
no, 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 no. I'm not saying that he is a homosexual. I'm just saying he's sassy.
Oh my God!
What just happened to
You're just
Jasmine,
being
what's the
really horrible.
problem?
No, I'm
Let's
serious.
stop that.
I
Stop.
mean, when I know a sassy man when I see a sassy man,
Shout out
Oh
to the
my God!
LGBTQ
but
community.
no, I didn't know. I did not say homosexual.
Oh,
I
he
said
must have pissed you
sassy,
off.
not homosexual. I said
Jasmine,
sassy.
what's the problem?
I
shout
and
out to
and
the
I
sassy
have
people?
Word.
a whole lot of homosexual friends.
That doesn't
I'm
mean
not
anything.
saying
But
that he's. I'm not saying that he's gay. I'm saying he's sassy.
Oh my God! What
all
the
right, let's
fuck?
leave him alone, please.
Leave that alone. Can I say this?
I
So
said what I said, and I'm
for
standing
the
on it.
disclaimer, I will take a loss for this one. Jerome Street is a real motherfucking dude, and you
Why
gonna
you
have to figure him out. You have to
why
figure him
you
You
out.
can still be a
We
real.
love everybody. We love
What just
everybody.
happened?
why
We
you
love
You can
cussing?
still
Like
be
everybody.
what's
a
going
real
We love
on?
man. You can
everybody.
still
We
be a
love
man and
everybody.
be sassy.
All
I
right.
don't know what's
We love
going on. Even
everybody.
even Tatiana's like, what is going
I
on?
know. We love
Yo, we
Tatiana's
bring
like,
everybody.
chaos.
what is going
I
on?
bet you when you
But
have
I know
live
sassy when
streams
I see
without us,
sassy.
it's like calm.
And I don't know what. Nope. I ain't gonna say that part. Nope. I ain't
Hey,
gonna
could
say
you
that part.
imagine if we had
That
FFS up in here too, like the chaos?
Let Allie talk for a little minute. God
She's
damn.
No,
talking.
it's
What are you talking about?
I'm
no,
sorry.
I'm
Let
not
her
saying
talk.
he's LGBTQZYX.
Who?
Not you. No,
Who?
I was responding to Flesh what he
That
said.
man
I'm
said
not saying
he's a
I'm not
straight man
saying
with
he's in
4 kids your age.
in that category.
Okay, I don't know why
Okay,
we're
you
talking about Brooklyn. Let's leave him
he can
alone,
still be
okay?
a straight man and be
We
sassy.
going way
listen. I
That's
over.
what
sent you
I'm
the
saying.
warrant.
Leave him
He's
alone.
still sassy.
That's playing
Leave him
with me.
alone. Let's do closing arguments,
Let
folks.
me get
Closing
in the
arguments.
court.
Let's move
He
on.
must be the
What's going
stay-at-home
on?
dad. No,
God
good
damn it.
night. Good night. I'm getting up. Bye. Bye. Bye.
No,
Bye.
no, no. It's not you.
I'm
Don't
a
do
call.
that like that. Now you family. You can't do that.
What on earth is going on?
Family works it out. Jasmine, you left?
What's going on?
Jasmine is
Even
gone?
Flair.
I know
What's
Jasmine ain't
going?
gonna like that.
I mean, we are usually chaotic,
Yeah,
but
very, but it's like, yo, it's all good.
I don't know what's going
Shit. Why not
on.
get I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Allie, closing, please.
It was nice talking to you guys in chaos. Sorry that we bring that much chaos. I mean,
No, Allie, there's no apology. Allie,
No.
you're fine. Jasmine and
No.
I are the chaotic, like Jasmine and we can just go back and forth,
no,
back
no.
and forth, back and forth.
I bet you when we're not in your live streams,
Tell Jasmine
they're
to come
calm.
up
We
and
just are
just
like
say
all
good
over the
night.
place and like yelling and
Can you come
talking
up
over
and
each
say
other,
good
like me and
Yeah,
night
that's
Jerome
with
right
Jasmine
your
and
now.
but
voice?
I love Jasmine though.
Can you say Jasmine, can you come up with
Big
your
shout out to
voice
Jasmine.
and
She's still here.
just say good night in your
Can I finish,
voice?
Jerome?
I'm sorry, Allie.
No, I meant sorry. I meant SO as in like we are just like so all over the place talking over each other and like
Yeah,
we're chaotic. But
I know.
anyway, yeah, we bring the chaos. But it was nice talking to you guys again. I emailed you SO. I don't know if you got it.
Yeah, I'll take a look into that. I'll take a look into that.
Okay. And then I guess
Jasmine. Oh my goodness, I'm muting you. Okay, go
okay.
ahead.
So,
I'm gonna hop out now. I'll
erase
see you
one.
guys
Erase
tomorrow.
this one.
Jerome, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm
I'm
hopping
sorry,
out.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn, I truly, truly apologize. I do not agree with, Jasmine calling you sassy. I don't know why she's
I
calling you
love J
sassy.
too.
Um,
I love JT.
I don't want her to attack you. I don't know why she's attacking you. Uh, I
I
apologize.
have my reasons, and I ain't apologizing.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, but
Love
Jasmine,
you.
can you
But I'm
do
gonna be
this
That
and
girl.
have
quiet
it
I
until
love
have
y'all
that
finish.
girl. I
I'm
love
gonna be
that
Okay,
girl.
quiet.
good night, y'all. Good
I'm
night,
gonna shut
y'all.
the fuck up.
and
Jasmine,
that's
call me
what
after. Good night, y'all.
Ellie, this is what I'm saying.
I
You are
got you,
not the
Allie.
chaotic one. It's Jasmine and I that I mean Jerome's in there too, but you
Mm,
know,
I thought
yeah.
Jasmine is gone already. Oh, you paused her.
No, I put myself on mute.
She put
Oh,
herself in timeout.
well,
Okay.
go ahead, Jasmine. Go ahead and talk.
Okay, I
No,
love
No,
you all.
I was
Bye.
waiting. I was
love you,
waiting for
Ellie.
everybody
Bye.
to finish so I could tell everybody good night. And I love everybody.
I love you
And
too.
Do you love
yeah,
Brooklyn?
I meant what I said about Brooklyn.
Do
No,
you love
because I say
Come on. You
she,
love
whoever it
Brooklyn.
is,
You love
they
Brooklyn.
know when they see JT, I'm always saying something smart to them,
You
so they know
love
I don't like
Brooklyn.
them.
You
So
love
no,
Brooklyn.
no, I don't, and
You
they know
love
I don't.
Brooklyn.
Whoever
Yes,
it
you do.
is, no, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Brooklyn, she loves you.
I
She's just a
promise
little
you,
shy right
I
now.
don't. I don't. Cause they two faced really, cause they click
What?
whatever
That's what you call me. That's what you call me. You
whichever
call
way
me.
any track going, that's the way that person is going. So no, I
How
don't
were
like
Who
that
they
person.
family though?
safe tonight?
One day he a Kayla hater, the next day he a Kayla lover, or whatever he is. He's sassy, and I don't like it, and I'm done. I don't like you, so no. Every time he say something, whoever, I got something smart to say. So no, I don't like that person, and I stand on it, and I mean it.
I got you.
Mm,
So what
Wow.
about me, Jasmine?
I love you,
Why do you like me?
Jerome.
Why do you
I
like me?
love you. You my
Why do you like me?
everything. You my
your cousin. You know your cousins don't like me, right? You
I
know
don't
that.
care.
That's
I
the
did
other
I
side of
you
that
know what?
family over there.
But you know what?
Kim, get back up here. Please.
I've never even told my cousin that I know that we talk.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we ain't never even
Oh,
get,
well,
oh,
don't
let
say
me ask
Jerome.
her
If you
about
say
you.
Jerome Street,
Hey,
she gonna probably
hey,
cut your ass off.
hey. First of all, if she could talk to Dennis and Sylvia, you
Word. That
couldn't
was
have did
nice.
nothing as
That was
bad
nice.
as them
She
folks.
did that. She did that for Christmas. And when I damn put my, because if I would have went in there and if they would have hit the link, oh shit, Jerome Street would have fucking. Oh my god, they
I just
scared of
hope she
me. They
pregnant by
scared of. They
January the
scared. They
20th.
scared of me.
That's all
What's
I
But
that?
pray.
Who's
Oh,
they,
pregnant?
I hope she pregnant
they
by
good
January
people.
the 20th.
Who?
Okay.
Kayla.
Talking about the daughter?
I hope Kayla pregnant by January the 20th.
Why?
Oh
I don't
shit.
know. I just wanted to be pregnant.
Shoot.
What?
Okay.
What the
Shoot,
fuck? By
it's
who? The
time for another.
lawyer?
Baby,
I'm listening.
it's time for another child. I asked her, I was like, I asked her if she went Christmas shopping for her children. She was like, I don't do no Christmas shopping for them kids. Them kids have Christmas all year round. Because usually during the holidays, they go out of the country. They don't even spend the holidays in the country.
Oh.
But they got to spend the holiday in the country this Christmas.
Why?
Them
Because
kids,
Mr. Bumpus is home?
yeah, them kids, her kids spoiled. I'm talking about spoiled to the max.
Hmm.
Her mom was in the chat tonight, too.
Okay.
I like her mom. I don't remember her name, but I like her
Kimberly,
mom.
Kim
I
Jones,
like her.
Kimberly
That's
Jones.
who it is. That was her.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I don't know if you saw me post in the chat because somebody was saying something about her getting her back. Somebody said something about her getting her back broke, and I said her mother is in the chat. Be respectful.
I saw that. I did see that. You must have got a different name, but I did see that.
It
You
was
must have got.
JT.
It was. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
but I'm gonna tell you that daggone Fancy K, whoever that is, that
Who's
girl
that?
was talking about every time she put up the shot glass, so everybody gotta take a shot. That girl put up a shot glass every 5 seconds.
Dang.
Who is
Okay,
that? That's
so
her.
Stacy says,
I just like.
I'd just like to say I don't think JT likes Brooklyn.
I don't.
I know. Hey, while we
You
hey,
ain't you
that's
ain't
a
even
good.
gotta
Hey,
bet
whoa,
no
whoa, whoa,
money
whoa,
on it.
whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
don't.
whoa, 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 whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
don't.
whoa. This is Jerome Street. Can I please? Because that was a good
I
freaking
so
question.
love
Why don't
to
you
see new
like
faces.
Brooklyn?
I already
Why
said
don't you
it.
like Brooklyn?
I already said
Why?
it. And whatever
Why?
work this person said they do, they could not possibly do it because every day they are
You
in a
didn't
different
answer no
somebody chat
questions
all
though.
day long. What kind of
Answer
work
a
you do?
question. Answer
You
a
can't do that
question.
kind of work that you say you do and be in somebody's chat all day long.
What was her best
In
question that
different
she
chats.
asked you?
What you mean?
What did she say to you to hit on this
Who?
channel? Because
Who?
we be in the YouTube streets. But what did she say to you to where
No,
you
no.
was
You
like,
you
yo,
think you be
I'm not even gonna answer you.
baby?
I'm
You
just
be in
gonna
the
tell you, fuck you.
Jerome. You be in the YouTube streets at night. This person be in the YouTube streets all day and all night.
All
Hold on,
right.
Flash. I forgot your
But it's
schedule.
like, yo, the
Are you
best
live?
question.
Are you live tomorrow, Flash?
Tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah, I think he's live, right?
But no, this person has never said
He said
anything
Tuesdays,
to
Thursdays,
me.
and Saturdays.
Stacy is funny. Flash, are you live tomorrow? I forgot your schedule already.
I already said what I said. I don't like that person. And
Okay.
I bet money is not a man. Like,
Okay, so
no, this is
Greg
what I
says,
want to
hold
know.
on, hold on. I'm gonna go. Let's go.
We
Let's.
start in trouble. I love it.
Bless. Have you met this person personally?
Okay, so Greg said that stars out
Cursing out
questioning
color.
Kayla.
Hey, you see that? You see what
This
Greg
this
just said?
conversation is always everything over here is chaotic every day.
Every day.
Every day
Every
you come
day.
here and I jump up on this live, it's gonna be chaotic.
No,
Hey, tonight
Kim, hold
you
on,
That's
lucky
why
that you got off
I just
hold
easy
answered her
tonight.
on,
question. I
Kim.
just answered her
I
question.
wanted you. I wanted you to come up here and just give your closing. When you give your closing, trust and believe Jasmine won't be up here, okay?
Yeah, I'm going ahead
Yeah,
and get
Jasmine
down.
won't be up here, but it's
Now,
something that I
I
do.
mean, what you saying? You gonna put me
I
down?
know. How you gonna put the setup like that? You just did the setup.
Yeah,
Why you gonna do the setup like
You
that?
ain't gonna have to
yeah.
put me
Come
down. I'm gonna
on. She
get
gotta
down.
So
respond.
hold on,
But
you guys. Greg said that Star went live and he was cussing Kayla out.
of
So,
course,
all
Star is a conspiracy theorist that wanna smash my cousin
right,
and
Jasmine,
can't.
we're stopping right there. It's 11. I need to get going. So, Flash,
Oh dang,
on
I was
your
supposed to give
panel.
you till 11:45.
What time? What time tomorrow, Flash? I can definitely join your panel. I can do that. I can do that. And then Kimberly said this is too chaotic, uncomfortable. But I'd like you to just give your
Bye.
closing. I'd like you to give your closing. Just give me your final remarks on,
All right, good
Um,
night, y'all.
all right.
Wait,
Love you
wait, you
Night,
gotta
guys.
Jasmine.
you gotta say your last
I'm good.
remarks. What
I
are
She
you
hate what
did.
talking about?
no, I don't like that. I don't know. I'm
What is
straight.
your
Damn.
closing? Do you have a closing? She already did, though. She came back to tell us
Let
that
her
she
All
come
right,
locked
so
up.
up.
I'm gonna
I
say my
said
closing, and I ain't saying. Go ahead, go ahead. You said. Go ahead, let's
I
go.
already
I thought
said
you
my stuff. I already said what I had
Right.
to say.
you said what?
I
What did
said
you say?
Jerome, don't be messy. Come
Remind
on
us.
now. That's that
Remind
simply
us.
that's that simply tot stuff. You got that messy
Remind
stuff.
us.
Nope. Bye. Bye. I love you, SO. I'll see you tomorrow. What time you
Love
coming
Go
on
you,
over
tomorrow?
there.
Jasmine.
Go over there
SO?
to Gangsta Cap.
SO, what time you coming on tomorrow?
Let's do 8:30.
Tomorrow.
8:30.
Is that too early? We can do 9.
I wouldn't give a
How long
damn.
can
You
you
know how
stay
I am.
on?
Tomorrow's Thursday. I'm going to work later on Friday, so we can, we
Right.
can go
Well,
If
sometime.
you,
you maybe you should come on a little later because
yeah,
I know
you should take tomorrow off and do
you'll
Friday.
probably be a little tired from your deposition and
I
everything.
don't
Yeah,
know
you
how
should do
that's gonna
Friday.
go. So yeah, we'll see.
You
I'll
should
post. I'll
skip
post in
tomorrow
advance.
and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
come real
Just keep
quick.
us on standby. It'll pop up.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Good night, y'all. Love y'all.
A good
Love
night.
you.
Big shout
Love
out to
you.
Kayla. And that. Listen.
That
That.
back been broke and it probably gonna get broke again tonight.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Good night.
Bye, Jasmine. Bye, Jasmine. Here's my thing though. That while
Jasmine, stay
Jasmine's still
on
up
until we
here,
done. Cause I
while
love your
Jasmine's still
jokes.
up
Stay on
He
here.
until we done.
did make a
We about
appearance
to leave.
too. That's what I
What?
meant to say. He did make an appearance.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was at Grandma Betty's house. Grandma Betty made an appearance too.
Oh okay. All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Daniel.
yeah, yeah. But yeah. Good night. Good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right. Good night. Love you. I mean that. What is that? That bond hearing was still trash though. It was still trash. But whatever. Okay. All right. Jerome. Jerome closing.
Nah, I don't have one tonight.
Okay. I don't know. Kim, I'm gonna give you I don't know, 2 minutes. I don't know if Kim is still in here. Somebody usually can tell if folks are still in here. I'll put the link up here or down here. Is it up or down? I don't know. But I just wanted your final opinions on, today's discussions, and then
Word.
we'll call it a night.
I
So
should have said pass it to Kim.
pass it to
Yeah.
who?
To whoever is in here.
She was here. I wanted to click, but you guys
Kim
were
is gone.
talking. So
Oh,
okay,
okay.
Flash, I can definitely join your live tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna have to parent a little bit, but once once yeah, Kim, please come up here. I just want you to give your closings, and then I need to go. And then tomorrow, Flesh of the Gods, he is going live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar with his channel, but look him up. YouTube, Flesh of the Gods. He has a really, really good channel. Hopefully, one of these days he helps me with, my what are these, my layouts and stuff. Yeah. So, Kim, are you able to come up here? No pressure. Like if you don't have to give a closing, so no pressure. But I did want to hear from you. Let me set my alarms. I need to set my alarms for the morning. I'm good on time though. I don't know. I don't know. Real thing might be gone. Real thing might be gone because we are so chaotic in here. But I'll put up the warrant. I'll put the warrant up, and I'll have to go look up this thing myself because, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at this myself, just because. Not to say I'm skeptical, but I am skeptical. Okay, I'm a little skeptical at what I'm looking at here. So I need info to actually come out, and I'm going to have to look at that warrant a little closer. But I mean, what is this? Yeah, I usually get off here. I'll be around. I'll be up probably for another hour because I have
Another hour. You talking about you?
Yeah, because even last night I ended up sending an email to a real
Wait a
thing
minute.
around.
Hold on. Oh, because they on a different time zone.
No, real thing. This was like 12:31. I just sometimes I get into stuff.
So you trying to tell me you're gonna be on for another hour?
No, I won't be on the live, but I have stuff to do. Listen, I have packages. My packages were delivered. So while my kid's sleeping, this is when I'm gonna sneak stuff in. Uh and then I have to I have to move the elf around. I don't know where I'm gonna put her. I have to put the elf around, and my kid has this advent calendar that I put chocolate in every night for the countdown. So I have stuff to do. So yeah. All right, Jerome, what is your closing? I don't think Kim's coming up here, but Kim, I appreciate you. Okay, these are my closings, and then Jerome can go. So, as far as today's my closing, here my closing go. Okay. I am going to be steadfast in my opinion. Like, listen, this channel again is me analyzing what is this, legal arguments. Okay, I'm analyzing legal arguments. So if your main position is in support of the YSL co-defendants, you're probably not going to last very long, because that is not the bulk of my it is not the core of my channel. All right, so again, I know Jasmine gets really heated about. She gets really heated about her cousin or whatever. But my argument remains the same. She was not clear. She did not put on a good. She did not put on a good bond argument. She did not meet her burden. I can go as far as saying that she did not meet her burden. Okay, because as an attorney, when you ask for a bond or bail hearing, the burden is on you. It is not on the oh, Brooklyn says they're coming up. Let me see if Brooklyn actually comes up. I'm only giving you 5 minutes of my time. So the the honest is on you to prove, to prove your case, basically to meet the standard, to convince the court why your client should be let out. I'm going to remain. She did not do a good job, not a single good job. So obviously, for folks that want what is this? Actually, for I'm gonna change that argument a little bit. For the people that want Yak or wanted Yak to be released, then you have to, if you don't recognize that that was not a good argument, then you are, I'm going to go as far. I mean, a lot of you are lay people, but that would be, you're kind of in denial. Okay. That was not a good argument. That is not how you argue for somebody to be released. The YSL trial, as far as Yagati and the other defendants are concerned, has come and gone. Your argument before the judge cannot be that, oh, this guy was, he was it, he was, he was just recently acquitted, and they're after him or whatever. That's not a legal argument. That's a good argument for views on a YouTube channel. That is not a legal argument. That is not the standard in order for somebody to be granted bail or bond. And then I enjoyed having, shout out to all my co-counsels. I enjoyed having Kim up here. Kim, we do get chaotic sometimes. That's just how we roll here. But I do appreciate that we're able to have a what is this? I guess an organized conversation, and it's not really a debate. We had a conversation, and I enjoyed the conversation that we had. And then let's see. Let's see. All right. So Brooklyn's definitely not coming up here. Jerome, any final words before we go?
Nah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, an open discussion. There we go. And then Kim, yeah, I know. I do have, because honestly, I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, why would they put a partner on this case? I don't know. But I'm prepared. I'm always over prepared. My client's gonna do great. And then, I'm ready to conquer. The day. All right, folks, have a fantastic Thursday, and we'll be back here around 8:30. I'll be on Flesh of the Gods. I don't know how these YouTube thing. Flesh, you'll have to tell me, am I able to connect my YouTube, or I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll be on your channel around 8ish. Okay, around 8, I'll be on your channel. I'll probably be there for an hour, 45 minutes or whatever. And then I plan on starting around 9 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Okay, folks. Jerome, I love you. Have a fantastic day. I hope you get to install as many HVACs as you can install in one day. Other than that, I am off. Okay. All right. Oh, shout out to Old Bag. Shout out to the replay crew. And I'm out.